And we are now live. Live on the air, Woodfield, episode 5, correct?
Episode 5, yes, sir.
How about that?
Look at that. Like, we've done this for 5 weeks and actually almost know what we're doing.
Not
finally got it.
3 minutes.
Mac's not here yet, so.
Yeah, Mac's still not on.
Yeah, when he comes late, that'll be a whole nother.
Where's the music? Where's the intro?
Let me pull it up. Hold on. I was ill prepared. My computer literally just fired up. I saw an update and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll run that update." It just said it needs to restart. Just needs a restart. No big deal. 27-minute remaining on the update. I was like, "No, you've got to be kidding me."
Sounds like a Windows update.
Yeah, but it lied, so it was done in like 5 minutes.
Windows.
Oh, what's everyone up to this weekend?
Oh, you know.
Nice.
Are we going to get sued for that?
I don't think so. It's on YouTube.
Suit for what?
I hope not.
Are we going to get sued?
There. Oh, my bad.
So what's everyone up to this weekend?
I'll go first. I've got my kids are actually at home tonight, and I'm gonna take them over to the in-laws to in the morning, and then I've got to clean up the shop. I just wrapped a little build project I was working on for Craig Tools.
Oh.
And I should have the video drop Monday. I've got to work tomorrow. Basically, I've got to take my SketchUp and make a build plan out of it and then upload it for them.
Cool.
But
what were you showcasing?
What's that?
What were you what were you showcasing for?
I built a porch swing that pretty much anybody can build in a weekend with a couple 2x4s and 2 2x6s and all pocket hole joinery. And
with the Foreman or with the K4?
I use the Foreman.
Nice.
And it's super simple. Anybody can do it. I mean, just
or with the K4.
Dude, what about the K4?
I don't know. Whose was that? Did somebody unmute?
Whose was what?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Never mind. Continue on.
Oh. Anyways, so I just wrapped that up. I've got the video like 90% done, but I was shooting the intro this afternoon when I got home from work, and like I had 2 seconds to get the swing hung up. Oh, by the way, it's a crib mattress, crib mattress porch swing. So super easy, and I mean, who doesn't have a crib mattress if you've got kids? Anyways,
get rid of ours.
Yeah, exactly. Make a swing out of it.
Yeah, I'll download your plan.
Right. Anyway, so I was putting that up, and I set up the camera, and I started talking, and out of nowhere, huge thunderstorm rolls in, and it gets so dark that I was like, well, I can't shoot in here. I tried anyways, and I just for practice, I ran my intro and outro on it, and you couldn't even see me. It was so dark. So I'll shoot that tomorrow morning and then wrap that video.
Cool.
Do they have to approve it, or you just launch it and there it goes?
They never did. I asked them, I said, what do I need to do for approval or what? I mean, nothing. They didn't say anything. So I guess it's really just my video, and they're going to cross-post it if they want to on Build Something. But the plans will be free on buildsomething.com.
That's cool, man.
Cool.
Did they contact you about that?
No, I reached out to them at when we were at oh gosh, what was that called? Workbench Con. I said it was after I won the Foreman from them at Workbench Con, and I said, hey, if there's anything I can do to work with you guys, just let me know. And they got back with me probably a month later and said, July we've got an opening if you want to do something. if you have anything planned, that'd be great. If not, I think they had some options, but I said I had something I was thinking about doing anyway, so
Cool.
use that.
So when you were talking about the kids being at the in-laws, that's why I pointed myself. So tomorrow morning we're sending the kids to the in-laws so we can paint.
Nice. Why not have the kids paint?
No.
I mean, did you see my post tonight?
Maybe not yet.
Spraying the paint.
Oh, the spraying the paint. Yeah, you sprayed the
Oh, I
grass.
saw that.
I sprayed my entire neighborhood.
I was like, you got it fanned out pretty good.
What
Oh.
tip were you using, Nick?
That was the 302, I think.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I mean, crank up. That thing will put out material.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't even thinking. I just started going. One pass, I was like, that was kind of a lot. Two pass, and I was like, that was way too much.
You got the first, second, and third coat on there.
Yeah. Luckily, pretty good good paint, and it didn't run.
I've done that before because whenever you what do you call it, prep or whatever, or you want it on 10.
Yeah.
So you just, if it's like second or third coat, you're just kind of rolling through it. You're not thinking like you are first coat. I've definitely done that. That's
I
for
had
sure.
to get they sent me a new pump because I think mine bit the dust. I haven't used the handheld one in forever, but they sent me a new pump, so I got to remember to do that too because I know the same thing will happen to me.
Well, I'm finally getting to the kitchen reno that I'm doing. Fuji kind of cut me a break on the Minimite 4 when I got it. Would have been, I think it was probably like early winter, and we kind of, they cut me a nice deal on it, and so that's what I'm finally doing with the kitchen and spraying all the cabinets. And they sent me like a bunch of different tips and the cleaning kit and a hose whip and whole bunch of other stuff, and now I'm finally getting to it. I just I'm spraying in the house now. Like that's how comfortable I am with the gun that Lindsay was just holding the blanket up for me on both sides of the railing, and like not much overspray. Like I'm quite impressed with now that I have it like dialed in now. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
When is early winter up there? Like August,
Next
July?
week.
Like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, if you saw the hail today, like the picture I sent you guys earlier, you would have thought it was winter. Early, I think, kind of end of October would be kind of like it starts getting into just above freezing. November is definitely like early winter, or would be like kind of into winter, I guess. Yeah. So that's what I'm working on this weekend. What are you working on, Taylor?
I work all day tomorrow, and then Sunday I'll get in there a little bit. I'm finishing up the headboard for that bed. Hopefully I can finish that up, and then we're still back and forth on some stain samples. So we'll see if we can get that squared away. But that'll be it.
Cool.
Nice.
Speaking of Fuji, I've got. I think I'm going to order the Semi-Pro next week.
That's the
Semi-Pro?
smaller one, right?
The little guy, the two.
Two-stage?
Yeah.
Cool. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Spraying stain with it, or would be finish, right?
Yeah, mostly just finish.
Yeah. Nice.
Rob?
Rob,
This weekend? What am I doing?
yeah,
Just-
voting.
You asked the question.
I'm gonna actually probably spend time with my family.
Holy smokes!
Right? Isn't that crazy?
You okay?
No, I do have to go to the shop tomorrow though.
You're bringing the family to the shop, right?
I just got to finish a couple things. I got to check on a couple of my lake maps and pour one more. So,
How is the show working out?
It's pretty good stuff, man. Not gonna lie,
You like
it is. I do like it a lot.
Hey, how
Well-
fast is that cure?
So I have the two. So I have one that's called Chill Ice 2, and I finally put 2 and 2 together. And 2 means you can pour up to 2 inches. 1 means you can pour up to 1 inch.
Oh.
And there's a 3 being developed right now. But anyways,
you can actually only pour up to 1/2 inch with the 3.
no, full on 3. So no, it's good. It's really nice, actually. Really nice stuff. The company's great. To work with. Like my contact, we've been talking for the last 4 days back and forth. They've already put into effect a couple of my suggestions, and I think it's going to be a definite big competitor to Ecopoxy, and their price is lower.
I was just going to ask about that. So, have they gone to market? Like, can you?
It's not in retail stores yet, and they're just getting ready to launch the e-store, but they wanted feedback from actual woodworkers. I don't know why they asked me in that case.
Actual woodworkers?
They wanted feedback from those of us who actually do it and use it before they put it on the shelves, just to fine-tune some stuff. But the pricing he finally sent to me today, and I'd say it's probably about a third cheaper than other brands.
A third cheaper?
Like a 30-liter kit is going to be $900 Canadian.
So that's like $10.
So it's probably like $12 for you.
Yeah.
One years of Canadian Eskimos and seals.
I don't know why I always think it's funny to undervalue the Canadian dollar and always say that 1,000 Canadian is like $10, but it'll never get not funny for me.
our ruples. Yeah, no, so it's a great product, honestly. So far from using it, it's really good, and I think the price point is going to be a lot easier for a lot more people to swallow. And they make so the company itself has been making epoxies and adhesives and a whole bunch of stuff for the medical fields and aerospace for the last 25 years. So it's nothing new to them, but they saw obviously the opportunity to get into the woodworking side of things, so they did. And they're working on some pretty cool stuff. They actually produce it in-house, so they're not buying it from somewhere else and then just slapping a label on it. So
what's any issues with Ecopoxy? Like, what's the I know that people had, I don't know, this was like, I think this is mid-spring, kind of early summer. People are having, well, maybe in the spring, people are having the issues with the mix ratio and all that kind of stuff. Is that kind of, why these guys are coming to market, or, what's that?
I mean, I still personally have nothing bad to say about Ecopoxy. The stuff works great if you do it and use it properly.
Yeah.
But I've seen a few posts, and one was from Colin there last week where they poured.
Oh yeah,
split it, and it cracked because it was too hot. That's the other thing people aren't taking into consideration is your shop has to be a certain temperature to pour certain thicknesses.
Yeah.
Because if it's too hot, it's going to cure too fast, and you're going to get cracks, and that's what happened to them. So I'm just going to answer a question for Ben here. Chill 2 can only go up to 2 inches, Ben, but there's a new product they're working on right now called Chill 3, and they say it's going to be able to do a full 3-inch pour. So we'll see. I'll let you know when it comes out.
Comes out? Rob, I was going to say, I'm digging the lakes and that longitude, latitude board that you did. That's pretty sweet. I love that.
Man, I put that on my Facebook page last night, just like to say, hey, look what I made. I got like 30 orders.
Nice.
That's how it's done, son.
That's winning.
How Pete's the clock man? I'm going to become the lake man, apparently.
That's cool, man. You got to find your niche, right?
So, yeah, it'll be pretty cool. It's fun. They're fun to do.
Yeah.
Once you get them all programmed in there.
Right. Like Tools Today and Polytechnique are going to love me.
You know what? I need you to make me one for, because I'm not going to do it, but I'll pay you for it. I want you to make me one for my stepfather. We used to go fishing at a place called Fawcett Lake. And we grew up as kids going to that lake all the time. So I think that would be super cool. So I'll have to get you the details.
Yeah, fire me off the info and we'll get her done.
Oh man.
I'm gonna have to do Ponds, Kentucky.
But you could do it like horse ranches and do green epoxy.
Dude, that would be like a green Kentucky then.
It would just be like green everywhere.
Just one green Kentucky.
What do you need for the? You just search for the lake longitude and latitude, and oh, there we go.
I'm not giving up my trade secrets.
Oh, okay, we'll talk afterwards.
Called
Google.
Oh, good.
It literally is called Google Maps and Photoshop.
That's correct.
That is correct.
So, anyways, what were we like legit going to talk about tonight? Photography or something, wasn't it?
Well, Mac wanted to talk about like the basics of videography and photography, but he's not even here yet.
All right.
I really think he just wanted Nick to give him the rundown on how to use his camera
How do you use
on
it?
live.
Exactly.
I think Mac wanted to squeeze in a one-on-one with me and just have everybody else just listen.
So he didn't just have to come right out and say, "Hey, Nick, can you help me use my camera?"
Exactly. That's pretty much what it sounded like.
So wait, what was the post? Was it about how we got our beginning, or was it how we start like our beginning photography? Wasn't there a post earlier this week from Woodfeld?
Yeah, somebody posted. Rob, did you post that? Somebody did a deep dive and pulled my very first.
I pulled out all the original pictures on our feeds.
The very first
So
ever post.
Very first picture.
was that? I'm trying to read back or think back to the caption. So was the intention to talk about how we all got started, or was it something about photography?
No, I think it was how to start photography and sort of how we've gotten to where we are. Sort of steps to take, right?
I found it here. So join us Friday night as we discuss where we started and what we've done to improve our photography and videos for the Gram Friday night.
Oh man, who
Go
wrote
to the post. Rob.
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
Did you write that post?
He's Instagramming right now.
I
Let's
am
give him a break.
Writing
Yeah.
a post.
Why? What was wrong with the post?
I think it was fine.
No, it was a fine post. I just didn't realize that's what we were going to talk about.
You're not following Woodfeld,
No, I am. Totally.
apparently.
Yeah.
All right, right here.
Notifications.
Notifications are on. All over it.
Smash that bell.
Well, I think Nick.
He wants you to explain lenses to him, Nick.
Say what?
Ben from Myers Woodshop wants you to explain lenses to him. He has the camera and only use the regular lens.
Oh, I see that. Explain lenses to me. Lenses. So you put a lens on a camera body.
And then you fix it.
Right. The end.
Leave it on auto. You're good to go.
Now every lens has a specific I don't know what the word I'm looking for, like do or something, it's made
Purpose.
to purpose. That's the word. Yeah, that's a good. Everything.
My wife said that from over in the other room.
Yeah. So anytime you put a lens on a camera, it is designed for a certain aspects of photography. You'll have lenses that are quote unquote fast and lenses that are quote unquote slower. And basically that means the aperture, and the aperture is your f-stop. So if you're shooting at f2.8, that is considered relatively fast. If you're shooting at 4.5, 5.6, that is a little bit slower. And that has nothing to do with speed. It basically just is relative to how much light the lens lets into the sensor when you open the shutter. And every lens is going to have a maximum aperture. Your cheaper lenses that come with your camera are called kit lenses, and those lenses usually are variable apertures ranging from usually 4.5 to 5.6. meaning when you are at your widest focal length, it's at 4.5, and then when you zoom into its maximum focal length, it's at 5.6 at its maximum aperture. And it's variable based on physics and how light and glass all works. Prime lenses are a little bit different because they are fixed apertures and fixed focal lengths, where a 51.8 is 50 millimeters all the time, but your aperture can max out at f1.8, meaning super fast. And aperture is also dictates how much depth of field is in your camera or in your image, basically meaning what is in focus. And that is also depending on your focal range, your distance to your subjects, and what your aperture is selected for each photo. So basically, that is like a super quick rundown on lenses. But I mean, that's the basics for what a lens is, right? Yeah, I'll go with that.
I would have said all the exact same stuff.
I never got into the camera game.
Is there anything more specific, better or worse for video versus photo?
Video and photo are two different animals for lenses. Hold on, my wife is actually texting me saying my daughter's freaking out.
He's Instagramming.
Yeah. So like for video, I mean, it's really just a question of what you want the image to look like for your look. So if you want a really shallow depth of field where like only my eyes and my nose are in focus, you want to have a really fast piece of glass on the camera shooting at like f1.8. If you want to see everything like right now from me all the way back to the back door, that's probably f16. So it's just going to depend on what you actually want to show, and it's all gonna it's gonna be different. Every piece of glass is gonna have different kind of quality because of the coatings that are on it, and basically when you pay more for glass, you'll get better images out of it just because it's higher quality glass. But for video and photo, it's I mean, they go together, but it's a little bit different because you can't really, like, I couldn't shoot an interview at f1.8 and be really tight on them because, like, if they move here, like, they just bounce in and out of focus, like it'd be awful. But you can shoot B-roll where you're actually pulling focus at 1.8, no problem. And it would look really nice and cinematic. But oh, I see Ben says, what's a good aperture for staying in front of the camera and talking to it? 2.8 is great if you are about a 50 millimeter focal range on a crop sensor. And if that is total jargon, crop sensor and full frame sensors, those are the two different kinds of camera sensors. There's also micro four thirds, but I won't even mention those. But if you're on a crop sensor at 50, that means 1.6 times 50, which is like 70, like 78 or something like that.
3,000 Canadian.
It will never not be funny.
It's
so
an easy laugh.
You're right at like 76-ish. Well, actually, if I do the math, I'll do the math as I talk. So as you're doing a crop, 1.6 times 80. Oh, I was off. So your equivalent of an 80 millimeter shot, f2.8 will give you, oh gosh, I can't remember off the top of my head, but maybe like a foot of focal range. Thereabout.
So let's plug your Amazon page here real quick. So I'm looking at your shop right now.
Yeah.
And you've got two lenses on there. If you were to dummy it down, what's the pro of both?
Okay, so I think I have my vlogging set up on my Amazon page, and those are for mirrorless Canon cameras.
Okay.
Well, I think that's what is on my Amazon page. Is it?
I got a Canon EFM 11 to 22 f4
Yeah,
5.6.
yeah, that's what I.
Looks more like a general lens. That looks like almost like a stock lens.
That is what I use for. Well, I use
me.
that primarily for all my vlogging because it's super wide angle. My mirrorless camera is a crop sensor, so it's a 1.6 crop. So 11 times 1.6, that's the actual focal range you get. And that being super wide helps for vlogging. But that is not actually the kit lens. The kit lens is like a 15 to 45. I don't think I put that on my page at all. But the 22 millimeter.
Yeah.
F2. That's my other lens I use for like when I'm vlogging, sitting down in front of the camera, and I want to have a lot more shallow depth of field. But you guys think I'm talking too many numbers?
You do have the lens kit on there as well.
Okay, yeah, it comes with the camera primarily, and it's not a bad lens by
This is my camera.
Yeah.
phone. Yeah, it's not a. Hey, your phone is not.
That's my lens right there. That's the lens I have.
Yeah,
They have come a long
totally.
way.
Yeah. You can bump up the frames per second. And you get some pretty good video with the iPhone, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. And you know what?
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that for some people. I mean, you don't have to have the setups like Nick does, right, to produce some good content. It's just Nick wants to produce better content, and
yeah. Well, I mean, it's my job too.
well, that too.
Well, there is that.
that small little thing about
And actually, what I do woodworking wise is it like pales in comparison to what we do, as a day job. Like it's funny. Like I should put more effort into this, but I don't because I'm like spent at work.
Yeah.
Coming home and trying to do the same thing. It's like I can only put so much effort into this.
And that's why you do the woodworking, is to do something that's not
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now that I've like tried to incorporate YouTube and doing a sponsored video and stuff, I'm like,
back in.
like I never get stressed out, and this week I have been the most stressed in my entire life.
Yeah.
It's been crazy this week. Deadlines on deadlines. I had a work video that was due, and I finally got that wrapped up and approved. This video that I had to do this weekend, I had a bunch of other stuff, and just video, man.
And that's kind of why, to that point, that's why when I come home, and obviously right now work is kind of consuming. I think in the next couple of weeks, though, you're going to see my Instagram pick back up again, kind of getting to a level set here at work. But and obviously with the kitchen renos going on, it's taking a lot of freaking time. But that's exactly why I get into the shop, is I don't want to do the day job. And when I start getting in front of the computer and doing things like SketchUp's okay because that's at least I'm doing a woodworking drawing or something like that for a project. But like if I'm doing video editing and stuff like that, and I know Nick, we've talked a little bit about that in the past, but it just kind of brings back the whole computer aspect of what I do during the day, and I just want to get off the computer.
I know. Yesterday, I literally sat in front of my computer for like 8 hours, cutting video and color correcting, and we're just working on timing because the video I was working on was really specific for timing, and just like 2 frames, this and that. And I've got a coworker of mine that is really good at timing, and he's like, he'll watch something through first run and be like, okay, that's early, that's late, this is early, late, and we'll be able to go. He's literally off. I mean, he's on every time by like 2 frames. He'll be like, that's early by 2 frames. Move that.
Wow.
That's crazy.
You can look at the waveform of what the audio is and see where stuff is. But the track I was using, the waveform was actually like really flat. So it was hard to see where the hits were that I was wanting to hit on.
Yeah.
Like it's ingrained in him. He's just like, that's early, that's late, that's early, that's early. But like, sitting in front of your computer for 8 hours and then coming home, and then do I want to sit here and edit a YouTube video? No. Especially like you get burned out to where you're like, okay, this is good enough.
Yep.
This is YouTube.
Exactly why I started because I was the same way. I sat in front of my computer when I was a graphic designer for 8 hours a day or more. And just to be able to go out and be creative with my hands physically instead, that's why I started out doing this. And well, here we are.
Yeah.
So I see, like, somebody sent me a message the other day. They're like, hey, can you do me a logo? I'm like, no. That part of my life is over.
Yeah.
I don't even do my own logo.
I got people for that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've turned down some people that are wanting like graphic design stuff, and I'm be like, I know a couple people. I'll send them your way.
Even specific woodworking stuff, like, not even, I think with all of us too, starting out, I know that, I get some requests for some of these things. Like, what did I get the other day? I think I got a request for, I don't think it was a doghouse. I did have a request for a doghouse once. And that, I think, Rob, we talked about that a long time ago.
Yeah.
That wasn't the latest one, but you get some of these requests and you just, even from a woodworking perspective or a creative perspective, you've moved past those type of things, right? And you just kind of, I think what's neat about it in this community, there's always somebody that's just starting out past those kind of projects onto, right? So that you don't have to actually do them. And I don't know, we're a little bit off topic there, but
I did that yesterday. I did that yesterday with the exact same project. It was a dog cage. Somebody asked me to make it, and I was like, you know what? Honestly, for me to do it for you, it's going to cost way too much. Like I'm running a business. I have to charge way more. I was like, but I know a guy who does it as a hobby, and he'd be perfect for it. He's playing the xylophone.
Who's on the kit?
Probably one of my kids in the other room. How does it sound? These are noise canceling, so I can't hear it. You guys can.
Sounds amazing.
Maybe with Tommy Lee in there.
Has anybody heard from Mac today? He hasn't responded.
He got hit in the head again, right?
Oh, did he get knocked out?
Yeah.
The day before.
When I saw that story, I was like,
Wednesday.
I cannot believe he got knocked out again.
I know. But he wants to play with his kids, though, right? It's like, what do? Never play with your kids for a year or two or whatever?
How much roughhousing causes somebody to get knocked out? Like,
he's got some, like, I've met his kids. He's got some
pretty rowdy.
They're rowdy. They're rambunctious, right? So, yeah.
Two boys.
Boys, right? It's like my brother and I, we were the same way. We put holes in the walls in our place. Like, I threw my brother into a wall and his knee would go in, and then my parents would have to replace the drywall. They were pissed at us all the time because we were breaking shit all the time.
But no, to answer your question, no, I haven't heard that.
And Pete's on vacation, right? He's not.
Yeah, he left today.
Okay.
So Taylor, what do you got? Like, you're always so quiet. What do you want to talk about?
Hold on.
I don't care. I'm just here to have a good time. Talk about. Well, I mean, if we want to get back to the subject, we can talk about how I started taking pictures, I guess. But
how about
matter if that's what we want to do.
Actually, Taylor, I would like to hear your progression because I've noticed a drastic increase of your production content.
Yeah, me too. Big time.
Like it looks really, really good now. Not that that wasn't a backhanded comment by any means.
That's all right. I mean, you look at the picture of the bed that Rob posted the other day, and it's like, oof, That was not. That was just a guy standing in the room pulling his camera out of his pocket and snapping a quick picture. But I mean, just like probably anybody, I started off with the older version iPhone. I think I probably had taking pictures and whatever, and then I got the newer iPhone that has the portrait mode, and I fell into that for a while. And you start taking pictures from hip level, and then you start, introducing yourself to timing, right? So light, getting some. A lot of my work is done at night, so a lot of it I'll bring in like the stand light or something for my wife when she's shooting. So that's helped a lot. And then probably 5 months ago, I started shooting with an actual camera rather than my phone. I hardly take anything on my phone anymore other than just stories. But so that's been probably the biggest increase, was using the camera, figuring out how to work the lighting a little bit. And then for a while, I would go into just autofocus and play with that for a while. But then, so kind of what I do now is I'll set up whatever picture or video I want. I'll set it up with autofocus and then take it off auto into manual, and then I'll just dial it up and up or back a little bit. So it gets me 90% of the way there, and then I just play with it maybe 10% and figure that out with lighting. So that's kind of how I do my photos and videos. But as far as editing, I use iMovie for a while, for the last 3 or 4 months, and then because I never did video before probably March or April, other than maybe like a time lapse or something on my phone. And then recently I just got a new computer, so I have Premiere Pro, and so now I'm figuring out that, which is obviously very different from iMovie. So that's good. But I watched a video the other day with Premiere. So one of the things that I've learned is with uploading to IG, it's not like you want the highest quality, biggest video, because they work so much in their videos to compress it, and then they'll compress it and compress it. So like a lot of the videos that I've produced that I'm like, man, I'm killing myself like trying to make this look good, and then I post it and it's like, ugh, it's not good because it's way too big of a video. So I watched a video on YouTube the other day that actually got me some good dialed in settings. So the last couple of videos that I did, the only two that I've done on the Premiere Pro are the one I did with the woodpecker, the TS32, and then the one I posted today with the legs from the bandsaw. And those seem to be more dialed in, I think.
Oh yeah.
So getting there.
I have been chasing that rabbit of quality on Instagram video for a long time. I think I finally figured out like a good base, and they don't like anything over 1080p. And they definitely don't like anything over, oh gosh, I forget how many megabytes. But basically there's Taylor, you could probably save what your video shared. I mean, it's probably more recent because I actually set up some presets. I don't.
Yeah, I saved my presets, but my videos used to be like 27 to 40 megabits, and now they're like 3 or 4. They're so small. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, obviously it depends on the length of the video, but like a 10 or 15-second video, the one I exported last night was the legs, and it was 10 seconds and change, and I think it was 3 or 4 megabits.
Yeah.
I definitely need to start using a regular camera. I'm really bad at having any patience whatsoever, though. So for me to take pictures on a DSLR and wait to post them, it's like, I ain't got no time for that. Like, take a picture, post it right now.
Yeah, that's a weekend warrior
mentality
option to have, right? You don't have that option.
I know
the amount of time. The quality is good of the content, but I mean, how much is your content bringing in more business for you? Like, it's not. Is it worth your time to set up an additional shot? Like, look at cutting one of those legs on the bandsaw, right? That's 5 different angles. So, like, to set that up, play with the lighting, zoom it in, that's a 30-minute trim of those legs that probably should take you a minute and a half and on you go. That's not a luxury that you have that I do. Like, if and when I go full time, my content's I'm probably going to go start to posting once or twice a week. I mean, I'll have more content ideally, but taking the time to post content or quality content. That's a luxury of a part-timer.
Yeah, I will definitely agree with that and say that during this video that I was making for Craig, I was finding myself, setting up one shot and then being like, I should probably do another shot, but that's going to slow me down. And I only have this amount of time to actually build. So I'm going to make the most I can with this one shot. But I go back and think about all these content creators that are making really good content. They're giving us like 3 and 4 shots for one like procedure, right? I just did one, and it still slowed me down. And I don't have as much time to crank out, five shots. So it's one and done. And yet I can only do. I mean, I did this build in a day. I mean, it really shouldn't take anybody more than a day because it's a really simple build. But these guys that are building stuff and putting together these 10-minute videos, it's probably taking them a week or more.
Totally.
Because they're having to do all of this other stuff, and that's the only thing they're working on. That's it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is their job, their content, the one thing they're working on. But if you're doing this full time, there's no way you have time to do a content like a really good piece of content on a piece that you're building. There's just not enough time in the day to be profitable and make more than one item a day.
But that's the thing with content creators. They essentially aren't makers. They've forgiven the maker aspect, right, to do content creation.
That's kind of what I was getting at, is the fact that content creators aren't doing woodworking full time. They're making content full time. Yeah. And that's 2 different jobs. Whereas you have to decide which one you want to be.
Yeah.
You have to say, am I going to make furniture all day, every day, and maybe have a post every night about what I did that day? Or am I going to make YouTube videos every day?
Yeah.
That's where, for me, the time-lapse camera comes in real handy, because I can just set it up on whatever I'm doing and just say go, and go about my day. So
yeah, and that's not bad content. It's not like there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, realistically, if I'm going to spend the money, not that I would, but if I'm going to spend the money to have somebody custom make something for me rather than buy from the store, right, a piece of furniture, I'm not as much interested in them and their beautiful shot of their table saw ripping one piece of wood as much as I am dissecting kind of their whole process. And that's what the time lapse kind of does for you.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt you in any way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm finishing my ice cream cone.
Yeah, I noticed that. Asshole. Nick, what's your background as far as like, how did you get into photography? Was it something that you had in?
Oh, no, not at all. So, I guess you could say my family is kind of in the arts world. My brother is a graphic designer who actually graduated college with a degree in painting.
What?
Yeah. So
a degree in painting?
Yeah, he's a legit painter. Like, do you see this painting right here?
Yeah.
That's one of his, and I've got a couple other in there that I'm pretty lucky to have. But he's a really good painter. Right now he does gaming design, so he does board games. He comes up with the concepts, does most of the artwork, and puts it together and become their own publisher for their games. So I'd say I'm kind of in a family of artsy people. My dad is a music person. My mom is not really artsy, but she could probably pass for artsy. But so like as a kid, I was always involved in sports, and I thought sports was my thing. I played baseball my entire life. I played all the way through high school and college. Lucky enough to play in college, which was awesome. I thought I was going to do after college work in like front office kind of stuff, like marketing or any kind of front office at I actually was offered a job with a local minor league team here, but they didn't want to pay me, and I kind of like to get paid, so I didn't take that job. Out of that, I kind of went into the fitness industry, and from there we moved to Nashville. In Nashville, I met a guy through a car club. I was huge into Volkswagen. Had a Volkswagen in Nashville at the time, super modified, like most people that are into Volkswagens. Went to a ton of car shows, and my buddy was a wedding photographer, and he convinced me to go with him to second shoot for him at a wedding. And I kind of just fell in love with taking photos of people at that wedding, that first one, and was like, I'm kind of hooked on this. People are really good to photograph. And gosh, that was probably almost like 10 years ago. And I've been shooting weddings pretty much ever since then. And from weddings, it kind of just evolved into everything. Pretty much. Gosh, if you can ask me if I photographed it, I probably have. Like, I've done weddings, portraits, headshots. I actually got a side job working, doing a bunch of photography for an ash removal company.
Yeah, Nick, you're
what?
What is going on?
Yeah, Nick, are you changing the 8-track?
Who's playing with tin cans?
I don't know what's going on. I hear
changing an 8-track.
I hear a ton of like craziness.
I hear like some sort of wind, and then I heard like crunching.
I thought someone was playing like tic-tac-toe. I don't know. Can you guys hear me now?
Yep.
I don't know. I hear like a really loud wind noise.
Like a fan.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, it's not mine.
It might be me.
You got the AC going on there, Mr. California?
No AC, but now my wife's running the bath for the boys directly above me.
That's what it is.
That's probably what it is.
Bingo.
Hang on, I'll turn off the headphones and just go. It'll probably be quieter with the phone.
Wow, that's like tremendously quieter. Well, so anyways, I forgot what I was saying. I had a job working with an ash removal company where they actually go to power plants and take the spent coal and take the ash out and then repurpose it into like all kinds of other different products. And I spent like 2 weeks photographing their products and coal like refineries and just randomness and heavy equipment. So I pretty much photographed almost everything. But I guess Taylor can't hear me anymore because he asked me that question.
They really work well, those noise canceling. You like cancel this right out.
It canceled everything.
That's pretty cool. You got quite the background, though. Like you said, photographing pretty much everything.
Yeah. And Sam, yes, I took pics of ash, large fields of ash. Like, I don't know who does that, but I did that for a little bit. It paid really well. That's one reason why I did. And we lost Taylor.
Yeah, what the heck happened?
Apparently, those are magical headphones.
Yeah, he canceled everything.
We got to make room for Mac. I think, is Mac looking to join now?
Oh, he's back. Oh. Taylor?
I can see Rob, but I can't see anybody else.
I can hear you.
Oh, where'd he go? I can hear him, but I can't see him.
I can hear you.
You're on the other one. You're on the other channel.
I went to the one that was an ongoing call.
Oh, I don't know,
The
man.
most recent one.
You're like a ghost.
That's weird, dude. I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Yeah.
As soon as I click on this,
I'm
hello?
gonna call you Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who wants to turn a clay bowl?
Oh, there you are. You're in the wrong one. You're like,
He can't be in the wrong one. We can hear
Oh,
him.
yeah. I can hear him.
yeah, he's in the next window over because I had our original one still running. You're back in the wrong one.
I don't know what that means.
You got to leave when you cancel it. You also have to right click on it and then leave that old conversation and then completely get rid of it. That's
Well, I
what.
just,
Oh, someone's calling me on.
yeah, no, he's calling me.
Gotta be Mac.
Nope, it was Taylor.
Yeah, it's Mac. Yeah, it's probably Mac.
What is good?
But Woodfeld has to invite the Woodfeld account.
Oh, let me invite him.
Yeah, you got to do it.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah,
Let's see which Mac address tonight.
Mac
I
address.
tried the Mac 530 whatever. Do the other one. Do the Mac.
Wood custom
Call
working.
Mac and Wood custom woodworking. Good grief, that's long. Mac Wood custom woodwork. Oh, spelled it wrong.
Taylor, stop calling.
Ryan McDonald. Here we go. Who's calling?
Taylor, hang on.
Gong.
Hey,
Invited. All right.
look, you're supposed to be on here.
Oh,
There he is. There he is. Oh, he made it.
well, that's incredible. Only took one invite.
It worked. It worked.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Taylor now.
Can you invite Taylor again too?
Hold on, Mac.
Here, let me invite Taylor back.
Nice shirt.
Got it from some guy. Hold on, brother. How's the head?
Hold on, I gotta mute YouTube. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
What's happening? What'd I miss?
Oh, a lot of numbers.
What is going on?
Stop calling me.
Mac, I told everybody live how to use their camera and how to properly shoot video. You missed
You
it.
lie.
You're gonna have to watch the episode to find it.
That's okay. I'm signing up for Nick's 101 course.
Are you really?
Of course, man.
That's like $3,000 Canadian.
Yeah, I know. I get the Woodfeld discount though, right?
Oh, right.
Three-
That's
Minus 2,999.
exactly. You got it. $1 off.
It's exciting.
Hey,
I
have,
gotta
have
pay
you-
something.
have you got a chance to play with it yet?
Yeah, I was playing with it tonight.
By that, I mean your camera.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, I was messing around with it tonight. You know, it's just, I just playing around, trying different things. Can't go wrong, right?
No, you can't. Hey, truthfully, have you read the manual?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. That's like the one manual that I suggest everybody actually read because there's a lot of things in there that you wouldn't know intuitively.
Well, so this is, other than my phone, this is like the first kind of real camera I've ever had.
Sure.
So, no, it's been good so far. I really like it. I got just the kit lens, and then I ordered the 50 mil lens.
Awesome.
Yeah,
So
so
I tell you what,
those two will get me going.
that 50 mil is really good just to understand the basics of how everything works.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong with that lens. I mean, Canadian is probably like $3,000.
No, it was only it was $110.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's 125 in state.
Oh no, it was 150.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
So it got hella.
So that's about right though, because everything is usually like $25, $30 cheaper over on Amazon.com.
Right.
But I was thinking about, because I have a PO box, but I was thinking about sending it there. But with the dollar and everything right now, it's not worth it. I mean, maybe gonna save $5.
$1.28 right now. I think I just exchanged some money the other day.
Yeah. So by the time it's all said and done, and then the hassle of me going down there to get it and spending $20 on gas, and
Yeah,
It's
but
just-
you fill up while you're down there. There's free gas.
yeah, that's true. I don't know. I just, I got excited. I'd rather just get it here in 2 days and be good with it.
Right.
Where's my laptop charger? No, but it's super light, man. Holy,
Hey,
like,
can that screen flip out?
yeah, buddy.
Oh, that's great. You're gonna love that.
Yeah,
It flips up, turns around. Oh, nice.
I've already been playing around with it.
Is it screen?
Is it what?
Touch screen.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's incredible. I didn't know it was
Touchscreen.
actually touch screen.
auto tracking. Like, it's awesome.
You will really like that because being able to see yourself in frame.
Yeah.
But here's the caveat to that.
Don't look at it.
Don't look at yourself because it's so annoying when people are not looking.
It's the same thing when you're using your phone to record something. You look at your screen, and even on it's not so bad on your phone because it's pretty close.
Right.
But you can still tell when they're staring at yourself.
Yeah, and it's super annoying when you're like, okay, look at me on the screen, and I'm like this.
So I watched a video the other day of a legit like YouTube maker who does camera tutorials and how to vlog and all that. And the whole time he was looking at that screen, and it drove me nuts. I felt like just typing him and saying, "You need to get off YouTube right now if you can't even do that one unwritten rule."
You're done.
No, but it seems I'm excited. I just ordered like a camera backpack bag. So I went to our local stores here and that have camera gears and all that kind of stuff. And they start at like $100. So I was like, yeah, I'm not spending, and I want something that I can put my laptop into as well.
Yeah.
So I went on Amazon. I got one for $36. Perfect. It'll hold up to 2 cameras, like 6 lenses. It's got a middle section for whatever, and then it's got a little slip in for your laptop.
Yeah. Go through your Amazon store.
What's that?
You go through Nick's Amazon store for that?
I can't.
Dude, I set up a .ca store. It should be exactly the same. Just whatever shop.
I didn't see it when I went in to actually look. Maybe I was in the wrong spot.
I don't know.
Oh well.
I'm doing.
I'll mail you $5 and we'll call it even.
Did anybody score any deals on Amazon Prime Day?
Dude, I just got a Roomba.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, the wife and I were talking about it for a long time. We were like, hey, we should probably get a Roomba just because the kids are, kids and
What's a Roomba?
It's a remote. Well, it's a vacuum a robot vacuum
that goes around the floor and all that.
Yeah, like cats ride on stuff. Yeah.
I just heard they weren't good though if you have like dogs because they stop working after about 3 minutes.
They have different versions that are made, for beef hair, for pet hair and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that version was about $5,000. So
right,
one of these things.
So, anyways, what'd you get yours for?
Yeah, so the Roomba was. We were talking about it. This has been like months and months ago that we were like, we should probably get one. And then Amazon Prime Day shows up, and they had $125 off of theirs. So we got one. So it just came today, and I plugged it up, turned it on, and it is wild. I mean, who watches a robotic vacuum? But
is your little one riding on it?
No, not yet. We're like, don't touch it.
You got to put the bumbo on top of it.
Yeah, my 2-year-old was like, "Hey, robot! Hey, robot! Robot!"
That's priceless.
But it's wild. Like I spent 30 minutes probably just watching it.
You should have taken a YouTube video on it.
I should have.
Nice little B-roll.
I'm telling you that somebody needs to invent the sander that does the exact same thing.
Yeah.
They have CNC sanders.
Yeah. Really?
No, yeah, that's like a thing. You can actually get like attachments for CNCs to do sanding.
Get out.
No, it's a thing.
That's amazing. How lazy are we getting?
Lazy.
I mean, America.
Where's Taylor?
He got booted. You booted him out.
You can't get back in for some reason.
I invited him.
So did I.
Man, should I call him and just tell him how to do it? All I know was I was coming home today and my phone was blowing up, beeping, and so I can read it without actually going in it, so I don't use any data. Yeah. And apparently, you guys had a little figuring out to do again?
No, the problem with tonight was at 10:15, I pull up my computer and I see that I'd have an update available.
Oh yeah, okay.
And it says
delay.
It goes restart required. Okay, we'll do it. And then it says 23 minutes remaining. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
That's Nick's way of coming up with a really good excuse for not having it all figured out.
No, I had it totally figured out because as soon as I got back on, I was like, let's do it. And we were up like 3 minutes. Only 3 minutes late.
He's joining the wrong one.
I don't understand how he's.
But you know what? I may have screwed that up because when I went into Hangouts, there was like a recent one, but so I clicked on it and then it started calling. So I was like, "Oh, can't be the right one."
Huh? I don't
So
know.
he's probably into that.
It could be.
Yeah.
Hey, it's just me again.
Yeah, see, he's in the wrong one.
I'll just hold it like this. Here, Taylor's here.
Yeah,
You need to get from here to there.
You are blowing my ears out right now. My ears are already sensitive from the other day.
Jeez.
Darn kids blew me up again.
Jeez. How you feeling now?
Feel just like it never happened.
Oh, really? So it's actually like it's not as bad as. Yeah, good.
I knew exactly what was happening when I woke up, and I was with it.
Yeah,
So-
good.
So you were lights out again?
Yeah, my son was. I woke up to my youngest one screaming, and my oldest one running out the room saying, "I'm going to call mommy," and then it just clicked in because we were horsing around playing, and yeah, it's not good. It's you shouldn't be knocked out from a little kid hitting you in the head. So I just have to be really careful.
Yeah.
No more fighting. Play fighting.
I'm fighting with your kids.
No, man, they're getting big. I can't take them down anymore. They're just like, oh, daddy's got me in an arm lock.
And see, they just know where the sweet spot is now.
I know. No, it's a scary thing because my wife wasn't home. So, yeah, and then waking up to both your kids freaking out. It's never a good thing.
No.
So we had to have a whole conversation because we don't have it's almost making me rethink it, but we don't have a home line.
Neither do we.
We got rid of it because we just always have a cell phone. But if they can't find the cell phone, or we had a good conversation because we all have codes on it.
Yep.
And they might forget the code, but we told them if you press the home button, press emergency, it will bypass the whole code thing. So something, I don't know if most people I think know that, but you should tell your kids that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing to know for kids.
Yeah.
Totally,
So-
though. You think about it, though, we don't have a home line. There's a lot of people like, screw the home line.
Hey.
You're right, the
Hi
kid.
guys.
Oh, he's here.
Hey.
I don't even know if I want to hang out with you guys anymore. After all that, all that shit.
They had to delete all the history.
I took
Taylor,
everything out. Restarted my phone twice.
Yeah.
Hi Ryan.
Taylor, I'm not saying a word, buddy.
Who's got the YouTube?
Hey, I've been here, bro. I've been here. I just made space for you to slide in.
Now, should I mute you now?
Sorry. No, I need to mute though.
No, we were just talking about kids knowing on cell phones that you can press the home button and then press the emergency and dial 911 without it'll bypass the code.
Right.
I'm just thinking about how do you do that on the iPhone 10, which has no button. I'm just looking.
You have to say, "Hey Siri,
Yeah.
I'm in
Yeah.
deep."
Oh yeah, I wonder. I don't know.
I
I'm just,
just activated Siri.
Oh, you did? You activated it?
Does it still have the side button?
it
Does
does
it
have a
like on your
side
screen?
button.
And when you hit it, is there nothing? Like there's no swipe up option or anything?
Oh no, I keep doing it with my face in view, but if you don't have the face in view, there is an emergency. Like you can click emergency,
Yeah.
and then it comes up emergency call. Yeah.
Exactly. It's just something the kids should know if you don't have a home line.
Totally.
It almost makes me think about getting one back though.
Did you see that? Dean said if you hit the power button 5 times, it will call 911.
Oh,
What, like automatically? I wonder if I should do that.
I'm going to try it. Somebody's got to try it.
If you hit
Test
it,
it, Sean.
if you hit it 4 times, it calls 411, and then you get the lowdown on what's happening.
Oh yeah, Myers is like, you could say set up Alexa. Well, we have Google Home, and the kids love talking to Google. And I think you can say dial 911 or something like that. There must be a way, but
There must be a way.
I don't know if I'm just a retard or if it's the way I talk, but Siri has never worked for me.
really,
Doesn't matter what I say, it gets something wrong. If I say 6 words, 5 of them are right, 1 of them is not even close.
It's a California thing.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
you do the training where you can actually like prompt,
Yeah.
tell her everything. Really?
Mhm.
Spend an hour training your phone.
Yeah. I have my Siri lady set on New Zealand, and she loves my accent. So
Ooh, sexy.
An hour. I'll never get back.
He tries to keep calling me boots for some reason.
calling you what?
She keeps trying to sell me boots for some reason.
Oh, I thought you said boobs. Boots. Well, my answer was stop looking up. You know what?
Taylor, I think you got a admirer in our chat.
Sam is all over my nuts. He can't look it off. So
Awkward.
So Mac,
Yeah.
we already went through the conversation of how, well, I don't know if Sean ever did, but we went through the conversation of the post this week. So how we got kind of started with taking photos and posts and getting into video and kind of
How
our
we got-
backstory.
How we got started?
Not really got started woodworking, but how you got started, like taking pictures of your work and posting them. And
I did it just kind of like 2 years after my heart attack, and that's when I got into woodworking, and then I just kind of did it as it started just as a portfolio of things I was making, because you didn't have a camera that actually prints out stuff, and Instagram was just a portfolio. And then, the first couple of posts you get 2 likes, and then like your 10th post you get a comment, and it just goes and goes and goes. But as far as like stories goes, it was the table that really started it for me.
you made a table?
That table was the one.
What
Yeah,
tape?
the table. Oh,
What tape?
Everyone knows the table.
the week-long table that took 2 months.
What'd you make it out of?
You're just busting my balls. No, and then I just kind of started liking it, like doing the stories. So the rest is history.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. It just became fun,
I-
and then it became not so fun. I decided to take a break, and then I got in a concussion. So my break's been a year long.
Yeah, that's
Do you
a
feel rested now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not really.
solid break.
Wait for the comeback.
Yeah. So I just have to can't really post too much.
Hey, here is a very, very beginner level tip for shooting video. Your shutter speed should be 2 times your frame rate.
Yeah, I heard that.
So if you're shooting 24 frames, you should be at 148. But DSLRs don't shoot 148, so 150th is close.
My problem is I can't figure out how to change all that.
You need to be shooting manual.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I gotcha.
So if you're shooting manual, you tell the camera exactly what you're wanting it to do.
Right.
Shooting in the other programs, it's halfway letting you do what you want.
So if you do like the automatic, it just does what it thinks is best.
Exactly, you have no control.
Mac, I was saying earlier, I used to use the automatic too much, and then I'd shoot something and it would go in and out from like my hand moving or whatever that it was picking up.
Right.
So what I'll do to set up a video or whatever is I'll use the auto and get it in the ballpark of what I want,
Mhm.
and then just switch it over at that point to manual, and you can just dial it a little bit if you want, but then it's focus for you, but you
Right.
can just dial it a little bit, and then it won't pick up anything from there.
Well, the good thing about this camera too is I can change that stuff as I go. So if I'm looking through it, there's a little dial that I can move, and it on the bottom it has like all the numbers and stuff. I don't really know what they mean, but
Yeah, you're gonna want to do my 101.
I already told you I want to.
For sure. Yeah. So
I want the 001.
just to clarify, though, Taylor, you're talking about autofocus. Mac is talking about auto exposure. So
I thought you were talking about focus.
yeah, those are two different things. So auto exposure actually tells the camera, what image is going to look like. Autofocus picks focus. And you're right.
Oh, I see.
Autofocus is probably not the best thing to do in a shop situation. You do exactly what I do when I'm shooting stuff. Is I use autofocus to actually grab my focus, and then I put it on manual to basically hold it there.
That's what Taylor just said, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, it's one of those things where autofocuses are going to vary between cameras.
Right.
So every camera body is going to be different with how well the camera can focus, hold focus, and determine what needs to be in focus.
Right.
And that also is determined by your f-stop. So when you're shooting really shallow, if it's, if you want my face in focus and I move, it may shift focus to back there for a second and then come back.
So
don't.
On my camera, it's got autofocus. So if I press it on my face, if I move, it follows me.
Yeah, it's got facial tracking.
Yeah.
But that's not always going to be consistent when you're in the shop.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
So like when you're doing a shot of like your hands or like the saw coming down, that kind of thing, it may hunt. So it may go, front focus, back focus, and go all over the place, and that will ruin your shot.
So if you're a manual, do you have to like change it every single time you set up a shot?
Yeah. But what Taylor is saying, and what I do also, use autofocus, select your focus point,
and then just fine tune it.
Then put it into manual, and it will show you that it's, whatever you're focused on. And then if it's a little bit too far or a little bit too close, you can then change
right
what you're wanting it actually being focused. Most of the time your autofocus is gonna nail it when you are wanting to focus on something, and then you switch into manual and it's not gonna move.
I gotcha.
That's the great thing. But when you leave it in autofocus is when it will decide, okay, no, I don't think that's supposed to be in focus. This is supposed to be in focus. That's what.
Yeah, so like you're saying, when you're like a miter saw, you're focused at the top, and then all of a sudden you bring your hand to the bottom, it's still kind of tracking the top.
Right.
And then it gets
tracking your hand, and it can't do you're doing it, your shot's ruined.
Yeah.
Let's say you wanted like a picture or a video of it like as the blade inserts the wood. But so you have it focused there, but as you pull it down, it might pick up the movement, and so it's going to lose the wood, pick up the blade, pick up your hand. So it'll jump around where the movement is or where it might think you want it to be.
Yeah.
That's all. You just got to play around with it, I imagine.
Yeah. And to be honest, autofocus is not something that anybody does in the real world shooting actual film, shooting videos.
Yeah.
Everything is always manual focus. There is one dedicated focus puller that literally will have a wheel and will pull focus for every shot. And normally they have marks. So they like in the film industry, there'll be spots where actors will hit their marks and the camera will be in a certain spot. And the focus puller will be able to go right to that spot on like a device that is pulling focus. So they'll just go right to it and back out and back to it. So they like have everything set up, predetermined, but everything is manual focus. in that world. So if you just kind of know that manual focus is something that you should be doing, because it will help. I mean, that's not something you want to be doing like on a run and gun situation, like when you're vlogging, because
Yeah.
that's annoying. You want to have at least some sort of autofocus where you can hold it in front of yourself and talk to the camera, and it'll detect the face and hold it.
Yeah.
But if you're shooting like cinematic style B-roll and stuff,
Yeah.
you shoot focus.
Nick, do you ever shoot anything on GoPro?
Yeah. So this last video that I spent a long time, we went up to Kentucky Kingdom, which is a amusement park, and we got them to hook us up with setting mounts on the front of their rides that we could attach GoPros. We put a GoPro forward facing and a GoPro reverse facing on the front cars, and we rented GoPro 5 blacks, and they are incredible. Like the GoPro technology has come a long way.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of like 2s and 3s that we haven't like at work, and they are just garbage compared to the 5s and the 6s now that are out. Like I would feel comfortable holding a GoPro 6 and vlogging with it all day. The audio may not be that great, but it would be passable for a vlog. Like it's incredible.
Yeah, but you can attach a mic to a GoPro. People vlog with those all the time.
I don't think you can attach mics to GoPros.
I do on mine. I have the Hero. You just have the little adapter. Where's my GoPro?
I think the 5 at Costco, or maybe from GoPro, because they had a credit or something.
Yeah,
and it was like $250.
Yeah, they're not that expensive either.
It's not that. They're waterproof up to 30 feet.
Yeah.
And it's all Bluetooth. So he did videos when we were on the beach and in the ocean and stuff. Took the video, sent it Bluetooth straight to his phone. He had it on his phone in a minute.
Nice.
It's really incredible technology. Like, sensors are not that great. So in weird lighting conditions, they will suck. And in low light, they absolutely suck. But if you're like using it how GoPro wants you to use it, like as an action camera, you're going to be doing mainly well-lit scenes. So it's not going to be a problem. And
that little scooter video that I did, that was all on the GoPro.
Yeah. Yeah, I doubt it. I mean, YouTube is full of GoPro footage. The really big problem I have with GoPro is what they put out as their content is different than what most people can do with a GoPro. Like, I don't know how they're getting their image quality to look
so good.
Yeah, compared to what we get with the GoPro. Like
because I don't even know what aperture means, so that's why.
Well, with GoPro, that's not even existent.
That's why I want to take a little course just to learn some of the terminology.
Yeah, I mean, terminology with videography is a big thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can make do with not knowing anything. I mean, every now and then a blind squirrel will find a nut, but knowing more about how things work really helps.
Yeah, Well, and today was actually the first time I've really just played around with it. So and I'm looking back through a few of the shots, and I'm like, oh, that turned out pretty sweet. And then there was somewhere I was like, oh, it's a little dark, so I changed, just playing around, changed some settings where it says brighter, the subject or whatever. And I did mostly just pictures. I didn't really take any video, but yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
What were you doing today?
We went on a family excursion to Cultus Lake. It's water slides. I didn't go on any water slides. So I was just taking my camera around, taking pictures of all the kids, and I couldn't hear anything because I wore my IsoTune earplugs because it's a lot of noise. But it was fun, just hanging around, taking pictures.
Taking pictures of kids. That's nice.
Yeah, well, that's what at first I was like, this is
Your
this
kids
probably
are.
looks really weird. This tattooed dude walking around with a camera taking a picture of a bunch of kids.
Were your children even there, or
It's just what I do on a Friday. I take pictures of small little children.
What happens
Phil.
when you're
Ooh, school field trip all over it? That's not a
going
problem.
all I know is I'm glad I have boys. For all you that have girls, oh my goodness,
I
you're in
got, three.
trouble.
No kidding.
John, you have 3 girls?
I got one boy, it's the oldest, and then 3 girls after that.
Oh my goodness.
So what are
He
the
is-
next couple going to be?
What's that, sorry?
What are the next couple going to be?
Triplets, all girls.
I'm snip, so that ain't happening.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I've thought about that, but I don't
You
know.
better do it, because until you do it, there's always a chance.
Yeah, there's always a chance.
So you
I
better
know,
be-
I know of
better
someone
do it
who got snipped and then got pregnant.
But I guarantee you, this is really off topic, but Lindsay wanted to make sure that she was going to go get a procedure done because she wanted to double check, right? And the lady said, her obstetrician said, don't do that because
Major surgery.
well, it is. And the thing is that only 25% of men actually get checked after it's done. The 75% either don't or they lie. And that's where the issues come in. So I guarantee you, if you were probably to go back to the people that got pregnant accidentally, they probably didn't get checked. I can thankfully say that I've been checked. I'm clear, so we're good. Fun times for this guy.
Mac, you also have, after you get snipped, it's like 90 days that you're still active. So
Really?
it's not, I mean,
You gotta. We won't get into details, but you need
You gotta clear it out.
20
you got to
times.
get pretty active.
You got some
Yeah.
regulars.
I said to the guy, I said, it's like how big's the tube? It's like this big inside there or whatever. Like maybe it's this big. Like how many? Like why do you have to take care of it 20 times? Like how big is this tube? And he says to me, I don't know. It's just that's nature. And I'm like, thanks,
Doc.
thanks, Doc.
David Suzuki.
Oh my god.
This is a fun
It's like you
conversation.
got the Graco cordless on 10.
I did my very first time using it. I did that, and it was like, holy crap! I went through paint fast,
Mac,
and I didn't cover anything.
you must not have seen my last post.
No, today.
Yeah, last night I was painting and I
Oh, no.
started on 10 and I was like, holy crap.
Oh, you can lay down some paint on 10. I'm telling you.
Nick, you said it was good paint. What was it?
Yeah, it was from Sherwin-Williams. I can't remember.
Emerald.
Yeah, it was Emerald. The the high-end crap. And it was expensive. It was actually left over from when we painted our sunroom, but it was expensive paint. It laid down flawlessly, even at 10 speed.
And you don't have to have a finish coat, which is even better.
Yeah, no, I seriously thought about putting a spar urethane on top of it, and I'm like,
You don't need to.
I don't need to.
That's what I started doing. So when I first started painting, I'm like being cheap. I'd buy the cheapest paint and then I'd do 2 coats of polyacrylic over top. Now I'm like, well, I could save myself a day and a half.
Yeah.
So it cost me a little bit extra money, but the time I'm saving is huge. So now I just buy the best paint. It lays down so nice. And you paint it and you're done with it.
I'm gonna try lacquer for the first time on a build coming up soon.
Tinted lacquer?
Yeah, like
Yeah, I heard that's even better.
I'm gonna try the Chem Aqua from Sherwin-Williams.
Just stinks though.
What do you
No,
make?
apparently the water-based stuff isn't bad.
Oh, really?
Water. They make
Wait, water-based lacquer?
Water-based lacquer.
That doesn't make sense. That's
I-
like that polyurethane that says, what is it? Water poly or what is it called?
oil, water.
Yeah, water-based oil. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Liquid modified or water modified?
Yeah,
Oil modified.
Oil modified. It's Minwax oil modified.
Yeah, that's it.
what I think Minwax did, they were like, "Oh crap, he spilled water in the polymer.
Let's make a product out of it.
It's modified."
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's label it and get it out.
Yeah. Apparently, it's pretty decent stuff, though. I haven't used it.
I've used it a couple times. It was all right.
Did you spray it on 10 though?
I did not spray it on 10.
That's the true test.
Yeah, true. If you can
So-
block that out.
Nick, did you like just go with it for the whole time, or
Oh, so like I was painting my swing, and I went one to the right, and I went, that seemed kind of fast, and then went back to the left, and I was like, that's ridiculous.
We're pretty far away, though, Nick.
you almost have to run to keep up with it?
Yeah, it was kind of funny because you can see me like I physically went one to the right and back to the left, and went, oh, I'm an idiot.
Well, the problem is when you got it on 10 and you think you have it on 3 and you keep the gun there for like a second, all of a sudden there's a big massive pool of paint.
Luckily, like my brain clicked with
Just
it.
kind of went.
I went fast with it. I was like,
Oh my gosh.
I'm,
Yeah, you can lay down paint. That's for sure.
I mean, half my cup was empty on.
Yeah, I did. That was the first time I ever used it. I'm like, I went through fast. This can't be right.
You should.
Imagine you had the 514 tip in and did that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. My tent was like more white than the piece of furniture.
My grass around the swing completely gray. Just I was like, holy crap, the overspray.
Whoopsie. I normally spray on like 2 or 3.
Yeah, well, I kicked it back down to 2 when I realized what I was doing, but I was like,
I still haven't cleaned my guns yet.
oh, that's
I went to the shop for the first time and I looked at them and I just said, not today.
That's not the first job you want to do. Again.
No, not today.
Just get a what do you call it? Tupperware. Just dump the tips and dump everything into it.
Mhm.
The tips are garbage. I already got more coming, but yeah, the gun they'll clean up. It's not a problem. Little acetone in there, clean that right up.
it's all water based you're using though, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, water based everything. I rarely use oil.
Yeah, you
The Max takes the oil base, right? But the Ultra
Yeah.
doesn't.
Yeah,
Do you have the
does-
Max or do you have the regular one?
I got both.
Okay.
Ooh.
I
Well,
roll.
you know what? The one I really like. I don't have a H VLP, but I've got the what is it? The GX19. It's got the little hopper.
Yeah.
That thing's really cool.
Huh.
Like perfect for like if you're doing like fences and stuff like that. Just haul this thing around, fill up the whole paint in there.
I was thinking when you were talking about the spraying on 10, is that I don't maybe even they have it, but if the Ultra had like an adapter that would take a bigger amount,
They do.
would hold a bigger.
You
They
can
do?
get there is a bigger cup.
Yeah.
Huh.
Somebody just told me to pick it up. I was
Yeah.
looking to see how big it actually was.
Yeah, that would be my downside. If you,
I
as long
think
as you
it's
can,
like it's like a cup and a half.
okay, as long as you can dial that gun in, it's great for a lot of stuff. Like
Oh, that thing's awesome.
I know other people hate on it, but I love mine.
I love it too because you can spray upside down.
My caveat with it is if you're spraying flat surfaces, it's great.
Yeah.
If you're spraying anything that is like a cabinet where it's inside
Yeah.
or small things, it's awful.
Well, because it's big.
Right.
You can't get in there and get the angle and
Not get a fine fan on it. Like it's just the overspray is just big.
you
But
need the cord with just a single gun. Just
right. You need something like HVLP where you can really dial it back and just get really a small fan pattern and just get in
I
there.
love my HVLP.
yeah, you always use that thing, eh?
It is so fantastic.
Yeah.
Just everything about it. You can change the size of, like, literally, I was using it today, and I went from using a fan that was like this wide to do the flat surfaces to like that to do the edges. Like, it's,
100% agree with you, Rob. I
Love
did
you,
the same
buddy.
thing. Like being able to switch back, like the fan pattern and the amount, and once you get used to it, and that's the thing that I think people get really scared about with the HVLP, is they get scared
Yeah,
about just using it and cleaning it and all that kind of stuff. I think that once you get it dialed in,
Questions I get are about cleaning.
cleaning, you know what? It takes me about, I'd say, if I'm doing latex or if I'm doing anything water based, 5 minutes. If it's oil based, it's 10 minutes. It takes a little bit longer.
I don't even clean it.
You just leave them for 9 months.
No, even when I was using them, like I just leave it, spray out the old stuff, and fill it up new.
I've had the same cup of white paint in my Graco for I think 2 weeks now.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't even.
All
You don't
airtight.
need.
It's completely airtight, right? So it doesn't dry.
Yeah.
Totally. I mean, if I'm doing something over a weekend, like this weekend, so it's in the garage right now, and I haven't done the cap because you're right, it's pressurized, right? But at the same time, I just don't want to. I won't leave it over a weekend. That's just my personal preference. But
I used
Try 9 months.
Rico's had a baby.
But I've also got the sprayer that has the adjustable the adjustable hopper on the top, which is really nice because you can almost virtually spray upside down with the Mini-Mite. I'm just trying. I was trying to find it online what gun it was.
I was talking to Jim today at Fuji, and he's going to send me the. I was asking him if I should get the Gravity or just the standard, I guess, gun, and he was like, "Oh, he'll send me the converter or whatever."
Yeah,
Great.
Jim's a great guy. Freaking amazing.
Awesome.
Jim, if you're listening, I would love to try out a Fuji Q4.
Or 5.
I'd go with the Q5, Jim.
Hey, whatever you want to send me, I would be grateful.
Or send both, and he'll compare them.
I will do a YouTube video.
Yeah, I got the 9600 GX PC, which is the Gravity spray gun with the adjustable hopper. Doesn't hold as much, which is the downfall on it, but at the same time, I'm not spraying huge things, and I can spray the Benjamin more advanced stuff with the Mini-Mite 4 right out of the can. I don't have to dilute it or anything.
Yeah, that's really nice.
That's
I don't
nice.
think I've diluted anything ever.
Really?
I never have.
I don't
I-
want to dilute.
I sprayed like primer with it.
The primer I have to dilute because it's
I've sprayed primer.
I tell you what, I sprayed primer with the Graco Airless, the Ultra. That was not fun. I didn't realize how thick primer was.
Oh yeah.
And because I've brushed primer on my entire life, so I thought, oh, it'll spray fine. So I put it in the
Spray
gun.
it on 10.
I put it on.
It's on 10, you're good.
Just need a bigger tip.
That's right. No, I had the 541 because I thought, well, it's
You always got to adjust the tip, dude.
seemed a little just the tip. I thought it seemed a little thick when I poured it, and then I started spraying, and then the gun stopped spraying. I was seriously like, oh, crap, what have I done to my gun? But to solve it, rather than thin the material, I just took the filter off. And I was,
Turned it up.
yeah, I just turned it up to 10, and I was done with my project in like 10 seconds. That's how it goes. You live and you learn. I just didn't know that primer was absolutely like the thickest material you could run through those guns.
Yeah, super thick.
You may as well spray concrete.
What's that, Ryan?
You may as well spray concrete.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether it's that story or something just like it, we've all done something like that, Nick, where we get ourselves into it and we're just like, there's no turning back. We're rolling through this.
No,
I might do a YouTube video of cleaning out a 9-month-old gun.
I think, yeah.
Seriously,
I'd watch it.
because the people who leave their gun for a week freak out. Well,
Yeah.
almost a year in there.
That's
By the
pretty-
time I actually get to it, it probably will be a year. I'm gonna just let it go to a year, just so I can say 1-year-old paint and finished cleaning with my picture being like, what have I done? I don't come out like nothing.
I've got water in mine sitting right now.
I'll just throw some gasoline in there and be good to go.
It's mineral spirits.
Just fix it like Uncle Rob.
Huh?
You ever seen Uncle Rob? You guys have never
How does
seen Uncle
Uncle
Rob?
Rob
No.
No. Is that
Right.
is
Is
that
he
a-
a redhead?
You got to look
The
at it.
Canadian?
No, it's not Canadian.
Canadian redhead?
You got to look it up.
Is he on YouTube?
Oh yeah,
what was it called again?
anything Uncle Rob, like
I'm writing this down.
plumbing with Uncle Rob, whatever.
Uncle Rob fidget spinner?
Canadian Uncle Rob.
Not Canadian.
Oh no.
Uncle Rob explosive life hack. Is
There
that
you
him?
go.
That's him. He's
Yeah.
got a freaking lawnmower and he's turning it upside down and throwing in a spray can into the lawnmower.
I've
Yeah.
seen the video.
Yeah. What an idiot. Oh, he blew something up too. Wow.
He's hilarious.
Is he Canadian?
No, he's not Canadian.
No, he's
All right, I'll watch.
America.
He's almost as good as what's his name, Jim Calhoun or something, or that redneck big dude that like does stupid stuff. It's hilarious.
How to listen to a Luke Bryant CD. Yeah, blowing it up. That's probably about right. That's all country.
You shut your mouth.
Gone Country's this weekend here. You guys heard of that?
What's that?
Gone Country. Have you ever heard of that?
Maybe Rob has. He's into that.
It's a big thing. They two twins set up. It's for cancer fundraising.
Oh, yeah.
I posted a couple of pictures of it last year.
Is it like a music festival?
Yeah. They got some pretty big name country singers. It's fun. I went last year. Can't go this year though. So the wife and like 7 other girls are going.
Wow, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Who are the headliners?
Huh? Oh.
Who is the headliners?
Uncle Rob.
I can't remember. You have to look it up. I'm not really a country fan.
Uncle Rob.
Uncle Rob just
He's
blowing
playing a
stuff
piano
up.
on the video I'm watching right now, and now gasoline's going on it. This isn't going to end well.
What was it called?
Gone Country.
On Country Canada.
Yeah, sure.
Well, that's out my search in America. If I say Gone Country, I'm gonna get all kinds of crazy.
What are you guys working on this week?
We went through that already.
Oh, my bad.
That's what we led off with.
Well, screw you then.
Oh, I guess what are you doing this weekend then, Ryan?
Yeah, we haven't heard from you.
What am I doing? Nothing.
Nothing.
Nope.
That's the end of
Cleaning a nine-year-old gun.
Nope.
that.
I'm waiting another 3 more months. No, I don't do much, man. I just try to get out and walk and. Hello.
Sorry.
Jeez.
Mute.
I gotta
It's me again.
wipe my ear butt off from that.
I'm an aggressive sneezer, man. What do you want from me?
Yeah. No kidding. We heard.
Well, you got
No,
to clean.
I'm trying to work out and just.
If one of you mixed in a bless
Try to-
you, it wouldn't be the weirdest thing ever.
I got to get rid of this
I think I said bless you.
belly.
Sure.
Oh, thanks.
And great.
Zoom tight.
Mac, how's the working out going? You feeling sore?
Yeah. I feel like such a wimp though. I go in there and do bench press. I throw 245s on each side. Yeah, well, let's take those off and put on these 25s.
Check my hernia real quick. See
Oh
if I
my
just pop
God.
that out.
Yeah, I just felt like such a weenie, and it's amazing because I literally didn't move for about 7 months, and how quickly your body just kind of loses it all.
Yeah.
Like I go for a 10-minute walk, and feels like I'm a 6-year-old smoker.
Yeah.
I feel
But
like
here's the
Rob,
thing. But here's,
I'm only 42.
yeah.
42-year-old smoker. Then
Yeah,
but here's the thing, though, you guys. If you're sorry, Nick. If you're an athlete, and I think Ryan, you used to play sports, and I know Rob, you did as well. Athletes get into shape quicker than non-athletes, right? So I notice that a lot when I go through my cycles, right? So.
Oh yeah, it's not. I've already lost 10 pounds.
Yeah, there you go.
Like it's nothing.
Yeah.
My wife hates me for it.
Totally.
She's just like, I hate you.
A-hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just don't eat. No, I'm kidding. Sort of.
No.
What are you looking at there?
Watching you.
Hey, Mac.
Yeah.
What was your first photo you posted? What
It was of my shop.
was that? Your messy shop? Was that yours?
Yeah, in my house. That was the very first photo. I was like, whoa, Rob he went way back.
Rob did a deep
Deep dive.
Was that all of our very first posts?
That was all of our very first pictures.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Was there anything in particular in that first post that you remember?
No. Why? Did I miss something?
No. I just
Oh.
like, why did you post that
No,
picture?
actually, yeah, I know exactly why. Because I wanted a cool shot of like my table saw, and then it was gonna go up on my. I think I just made a YouTube account, so it was like the long picture at the top.
Oh.
I think that's why I did it. I don't know, to be honest.
So when you said earlier you started taking photos for your portfolio, at that
Yeah.
point were you only taking finished? Obviously not, but at that point I was going to ask if you were only taking like finished products or if you were doing progress pics and stuff like
No,
that.
I never started woodworking until I basically just started taking pictures. Like that first shot on Instagram, I'd only been woodworking for maybe 3 months. I just went to Canadian Tire and bought all the 70% off tools.
Big old Mastercraft.
Oh yeah, I still like all my house stuff is all Mastercraft because you can literally get a whole 386 socket set that's regular $400. They blow them out for like $89. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
I don't know how they make money. I don't get it. Or like your screwdrivers that are regular like $80, they pop them out for $19.99.
Because they still only buy it from the Chinese for like $2.
Exactly. It only cost them like $1 to make.
Yeah. So like, well, one thing that I've noticed now that I've just kind of been at home, I've been puttering in my garage, is I moved my shop out of my garage. So I go to the shop. So I go to fix something. I don't have any tools here. All my tools are at the shop. So slowly I've been trying to just buy something here and there when it's on sale. So at least I can like fix my kid's bike when it breaks. Or my wife be like, can you hang up this picture? And I'm like, I don't have a hammer.
Give me double-sided tape anywhere?
Yeah. So that's the only downfall of having a shop away from the home.
Yeah.
That's not just 5 minutes away.
You move your shop? It's not in the garage of the house anymore?
What?
It's
It's
at-
always been his in-laws.
Never mind.
Oh yeah. No, it's at my in-laws.
I know that. Never mind.
Yeah. Well, because I live in a townhouse. I got in trouble a couple times. Just the noise and stuff. I'm running a planer. My neighbors are like, "What the hell are you doing over there?" Or I was like staining one night, and all the fumes from the stain are going into the neighbor's house. I was like, "Oh, this is not good." Luckily, like we know them. They're cool, but they're like, I'm like, "Oh yeah, sorry. I'll try to put a fan up or something." So if my neighbors could smell it, just imagine all that crap I'm breathing in when I'm in there.
Yeah.
It's so bad. There was no RZ Max back then. Way back then.
I need to get an air filter in my shop. That's the one thing I don't have over there that I really.
I got the Win one, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, you like it?
For a small shop, it's perfect.
Yeah.
I
There's
actually thought about getting a.
for yours.
I actually thought about getting a second one and just putting it up on the other side so you get that circular motion. But I use one of those box fans with a couple of furnace filters in front of it, and I hang it from the roof, and those things actually work pretty good. Surprising how much crap gets put in there, but it just gives that little bit of extra, so you get that nice circulation going. And the wind's Nick, you got the wind, right?
Yeah, I've got.
I think you were the one who posted it way back when, and
way back when.
I think I asked you or something. It was like one of our first conversations.
Did you say way back when?
Yeah, like a year ago.
No.
Oh, I get it. Never mind. Yeah. I got head issues.
I almost knocked you out again.
Yeah, seriously. Too much.
You're above the age range here.
Yeah, you got to be 8 or under.
Right. Only 8-year-olds can knock you out.
Well, my 6-year-old's done it twice, so.
Oh man.
But he's a bruiser.
I gotta get the cord. I ordered the. You're welcome for the 3 cents, by the way, Nick. I ordered the microphone for my camera.
Yeah.
But it's the 2-way audio in, and mine has like the, I guess whatever adapter it is. It doesn't take like the headphone port. It takes the. I don't know. It's like a phone charger almost. I don't know what that adapter would be.
What kind of camera you got?
Lumix.
USB-C?
Yeah, Panasonic. So it's it's either USB-C or USB Mini.
USB-C or Mini. Okay. Well, I'll go get it from the garage afterward. But
that was a question.
Reminds me.
I got the Rode VideoMic Go.
Yeah, that's solid.
I like it.
Pretty much anything Rode makes is a great mic.
Yeah. Now, do you think it'd be worth getting the little, what's it called, the Dead Cat?
Yep.
For that? It's
always
only like
always
$25.
Dead Cat on.
Yeah, this guy.
I'll be right back.
It's pretty solid. I like it.
With that, you don't need a Dead Cat. That's already got a windscreen on it.
It does, but I heard that this isn't as good as a Dead Cat. I could be wrong.
It's a toss-up. You won't block. You may block maybe 3% more wind noise with a Dead Cat versus that, but that's a cardioid microphone, which is very straightforward pattern. So unless you had wind coming directly at it, you're not going to see like a drastic increase.
The thing the reason I went with this one is that the camera stuff. No. What are you doing over there?
Me?
It's going.
Yeah.
I'm getting my stuff, so I might as well get some work done while I'm here.
So there's no battery, there's no switch. I don't have to turn it on and off.
No, it's all passive.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good.
I'm heading to bed. It's been a long day of painting tomorrow, so I'm out.
See you, Rod.
See you, buddy.
Later, buddy.
See you guys. Sean's gone. Okay.
I thought you were leaving too.
No, I thought Sean initially, and then I looked up and I thought he said see you, Rob. Like Rob was leaving. And I was like,
I'm working on lake maps.
Yeah, did you find a Soyuz, Rob?
Oh, I'll look that one up right now.
Yeah, do that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, now that you remind him, he remembers.
It's not like he's got 400 other things on the go.
Now, how do I spell it?
OSO.
OSO.
Y.
Got it. Like the first thing that popped up on Google.
OSOYOOS.
Also,
as Nick would say. I find that so funny. I don't know why. It is actually pronounced Usuyus.
That's not a lake. That's a pond.
It is a pretty small lake, yeah.
Oh, it's cool that it borders like right on Washington, eh?
Yeah, so that border, so like literally the border, that's where our place is.
Oh, nice.
On the Canadian side, right there on the water.
So is it like a cabin you guys have there, or is it...
So it originally started, it's a campsite. And so my parents started camping there when they were 17, and they got a permanent spot there. Oh, at least 50 years now, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, so they've had it just forever, and it's so now the whole place is permanent. They can't camp there, so it's really nice. We got like I don't know, it's like a 40-foot trailer, but it's not camping. There's a stand-up shower, flush toilet. There's
That's the only way I camp, man. So
hot water. It's glamping.
sounds fun to me.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's a really shallow lake, so it gets warm. Sometimes it's too warm. But my mom was just up there. It was 40 degrees Celsius.
Water?
No, the temperature of the air. So 40, 80, 120, 130.
Not 100.
120.
That's the surface of the moon. I mean, the sun.
You double it and add 30.
That's hot.
110, sorry. Brain issues. Yeah, 110 up there.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 105 here tomorrow.
Whew, that's hot.
No, Tuesday.
It is currently 65 degrees here in central Kentucky.
So, in other words, Canada is warmer than California.
Siri, how hot is it?
Take that, all you igloo mofos.
Who's ever said anything about you and your igloo?
I think you say it more than anyone else.
Look, Mac has drywall in his igloo.
Yeah, we do it up nice.
Even
That's a fancy igloo.
So we pack all the snow, get it all real nice, and then we frame it out
right
with pressure treated.
Oh, it's got to be treated.
So it doesn't rot. And we use pressure treated drywall.
Do you let your sled dog sleep on the bed?
And pressure treated paint. Yeah,
No.
the dogs stay outside.
Don't bring your sled dogs in.
Every now and then a moose will come by and they'll just chomp on that. if the beavers don't get them first.
Oh, those pesky beavers.
Okay, no joke.
We put a toque on all of them.
For you, like I'm not even kidding about this. Yesterday in Ottawa, our nation's capital,
Yeah.
the highway that runs from one end of the city to the other was shut down because there was a moose out on the road.
He was probably
Classic.
drinking bagged milk too.
Like literally, he got boxed in by cops to keep this moose from getting into traffic. So the whole city shut down.
Moose are massive, dude.
They are huge.
Dude, I've got a picture of when last time I went to Canada, I don't remember what town we were in, but the moose was crossing the street. And he just stopped in the middle for literally
Looking at you like, what?
He just stopped and just stared at us for probably 60 seconds, which felt like, a year.
Well, he was Canadian moose, so he was just stopping to say hello.
Yeah. He was
Do
like,
you guys need help with your car?
he wanted to know what my Amazon store account was. Like, hanging out forever. But that thing was so huge.
Oh, they're massive, man.
Can't go around them.
Can't go under them.
Can't go over them.
You just got to shoot them. You don't want to run him over because he ain't getting hurt.
No. Your car.
When I was little, we hit a 7-point elk. So in our van, and we were doing like 100 kilometers. Hit this thing. Like I think there was like over $3,000 worth of damage to our van. We had to get it towed back, and I looked back, and the freaking thing got up and ran away. He probably died 5 minutes later, but still got up.
Got up.
Still walked away.
Yeah. No, man. Those things are tough.
Hey, here's something that I've been wondering this week. Have either of you three guys watched anything on IGTV this week?
No.
No.
All right, I rest my case.
I don't really like it.
It's gonna die.
Yeah, I don't see it being around forever.
You know why? Because too many people are posting like 8-10 minute videos. I don't have time to watch that.
Right. Yeah. I think most people come to Instagram looking for like immediate gratification, like 15-second stories, less than a minute posts. And if there's anything longer, I don't think they're sticking around for it.
I think 3 minutes would be a good like cap.
Yeah.
I would sit there and if I was interested to watch a 3-minute video instead of sitting there for 10 minutes watching 1,800 little shots.
Right.
I haven't even clicked on anything in 2-3 weeks.
No, I haven't even opened it.
Yeah.
Nope.
I also haven't spent a lot of time on there.
I didn't even get the other, like the individual app for it.
No, I didn't download that either. I just if I ever feel obliged or whatever, I will click on IGTV. But I haven't done it all week. I actually haven't done it since I dropped that last vlog of mine where I talked about it, and I just don't care about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe somebody's doing great on it and good for them, but I don't know or care.
I think if you're going to put the effort to make a 8-minute Instagram video, why not just throw it on YouTube?
Well, if you throw it on YouTube from Instagram, it's
the vertical.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. Just don't bother videoing it vertical, video it horizontal, and just chuck it up raw on YouTube.
Right. Yeah. And then it wouldn't even be on Instagram. I don't know.
True. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Right. But the other thing that really has me hung up about Instagram TV is there's no way to search for anything. Like you either look at what you're following or what's quote unquote popular, and I don't care what. Those are like all Kardashian and random bullcrap that I'm definitely not going to watch.
You'd rather watch The Bachelor or something?
Yeah, I want to watch like The Bachelor or like Joe Millionaire or.
Oh, don't even start with that. I can't. My wife goes to Monday night bachelorette parties.
Does she have a fantasy league?
I don't know. I don't ask.
That is when you know it's gone too far.
Fantasy.
That's a thing?
Fantasy Bachelor. Gosh.
You can get in fantasy leagues for The Bachelor.
In Vegas odds?
Yeah, no, it's.
Oh, there's probably Vegas odds.
I mean, there's Vegas odds for everything. I mean, it's gonna rain tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Is it?
50-50.
What's the odds?
100 to 1. You take those odds.
That's right.
Every time.
So much for our hour-long chats.
We've
Has it been an hour yet?
It's been now.
Just hit 2 hours. I think it was only an hour for me though. It's great.
Yeah, that's about right.
And it's only 9:30 here, so I'm loving life.
12:30.
Yeah.
You're already into the next day.
Yeah, it's Saturday over here. I should be saying, "What's up, Grand Fam?" By the way, my 2-year-old has started saying now.
Oh.
Try to get him on video, and he won't do it on video, but it is hilarious.
That's awesome.
How does he say it?
He goes, "What's up, Grand Fam?"
When he's like 3 or 3.5 and he's like sliding into the screen.
Yeah.
Like opening up for Saturdays.
He's definitely going to be a good day. Yeah, if he's around.
It's gonna be a good day.
No, you know what you got to do? You got to keep the camera focused up. He slides in, and then it's like, whoop, camera down on him.
Like a pan down.
Yeah.
Tilt.
Hey, what are you doing here, kid? You're stealing my show.
Right. He's all about it. It's pretty funny.
I could see it now. Oh man! So we did this little video, and it went on like my Ryan McDonald thing. So we have like, they ask me every day, Dad, how many subscribers? I'm like, 6, buddy. Well, who are they? They're all my friends, and one of them is Mackenwood. Yeah, but how many views? 32, pal. It's because we've watched it 17 times. They want to just be big YouTube stars.
That sounds like me watching my view count. I have my-
Refresh.
yeah.
I've watched it 15 times. How does it not go up?
Yeah, I don't think it does replays. Because
No.
I have to let it go replay on my other account just to get view counts. I'm totally kidding.
So how do you find the new, like, what is it? You have to have 1,000 watched hours or
Oh, you have to have 4,000. Wait,
1,000 followers?
1,000 followers within a year, or subs they call it,
Yeah, subs.
and
4,000 watch hours
hours. Yeah,
before you can monetize.
right. And I'd have to look at my analytics where I'm at, but I'm well off of those.
Yeah, but you almost have to post every day to get that.
Well, you could easily hit one good video and pull in.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It
just-
depends on the length of the video.
Length of the video, the content, and what's happening, whatever you're.
All right. So, are you gonna do any like build videos coming up?
You missed it. We started
Oh,
off.
sorry.
I just wrapped up a build video for Craig Tools.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep.
I remember.
What my spraying was all about.
So, did you show the Speed 10? Pew, pew!
Yeah, I put it in there.
This is not 10 times sped up.
No, this is real time.
So, is it gonna be like your other videos, a little more cinematic kind of deal, or is it more of a?
So I've got it roughed out about 90% done. I still like I told the guys I still have to shoot my intro and my outro. I tried to shoot this afternoon, but like a huge thunderstorm rolled in and it just got black and I couldn't do it outside because what I'm building is a crib mattress porch swing,
Right.
and obviously that's outside. So I was going to do my intro and outro on the porch swing, but with it being so dark, I just couldn't do it. But it's like 90% done, and it's not. It's kind of in between being cinematic and just watch me build kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to do any kind of voiceover on it because that would just be kind of boring.
Yeah.
And I think it would be more repetitive of anything because I didn't have time to shoot everything step by step. This is how to do it.
Right. So
'cause
it's an entertainment video.
really, that's basically what it is. It's kind of I'm gonna build this and watch me do it.
If you want to pick up on things, rewind.
I think most people will be able to build it once they watch me build it because the plans are really simple and it's all pine lumber from the big box stores and pocket holes. So it's nothing crazy. Anybody can do it.
I really hope you focused on exposing those pocket holes on the outside.
Yes, I did. I actually, because of how rushed I was with this, I actually screwed up and put two boards facing the wrong side. My pocket holes were going to be on the back side of the swing.
Mhm.
And after I put the whole thing together, I look at it and I was like, frick. I'm looking right at two pocket holes.
But you painted it though,
I
right?
plugged everything. I putted everything and painted it so you can't even see them.
It's
But
not like staining something where it just
you can't even see them.
There it is.
Like you've got to be kidding me. How did I screw that up?
I hate that.
That's what
Are you
happened.
happy with? Are you happy with how it came out?
I dig it. I mean, I probably won't be hanging out on it as much as like my kids or my wife. My wife loves it. She was like, "That looks awesome." So that's
Win.
what I needed. Yeah, big win. So like I hung it up today, and she was like, "That looks amazing." And I went and got some pillows for it and a mattress cover, and it looks good. So
What'd you do for the hanging hardware? Did you just do?
I did 800-pound rated chain.
Did you just go to the big box store? Or did you get like a preset? This is for
No, I went to the
Oh,
store and I actually bought more chain than I needed, so I'll be returning some. But I didn't know how much chain I needed, but I knew I wanted to get like high poundage rating, whatever. I don't know what chain is rated in, but I went with
Yeah.
800-pound test chain, just in
Yeah.
case any more than
You
two
and
sitting on it. But
then your kids come and jump on you, and yeah.
right, I figured I'm 200 pounds. My wife is like 75 pounds. And
Does she watch this?
maybe I don't know, covering all my bases. And then if,
Do any of us really know how much any of them ever weigh? So
I mean, it's a mystery.
It's
But
dangerous.
so if two adults sit on it, I would assume less than 400. But I wanted to, just totally be sure. So I got whatever was rated for 800 pounds, and then got some.
well, and all the kids gonna be jumping on it, and
I hope not. I mean, I hope I raised them to where they're not just
okay.
panic about swings and stuff.
Hey, Dad, look at us! Whee!
I mean, they are kids. Who knows what they will actually do? But
If we put a swing outside of our house, that thing would last about 10 minutes.
right.
Because I'd be on there swinging on it.
Well, the swing set I built in the backyard, I have been really, really tempted to get on it and swing. But my 4-year-old daughter will get on there and get going, and I'll see like the whole thing kind of rocking.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no way I can get on this thing. That's out of the question. But
Don't put that in the video.
no, I won't put that in the video.
It'll be our little secret and the 4 people that are on here.
Right. And the 9 viewers that are left.
We did like an all-time high today, though. We were at like 20.
Oh, did we really hit 20?
We hit 20.
Wow.
That's impressive.
That is.
Or sad, depending how you look at it. Whose side you
Impressive on what scale?
Right. It depends on what scale you're measuring it by. You're down to 6.
6 lonely people.
Yeah, and that might actually count us. I
Oh,
have.
yeah, that does count us, doesn't it?
I don't know if it does or not. I've looked at a couple different places that said yes and no that it counts and that it doesn't. But I don't know.
Mac, do you have a set ideal time you'll return to the shop?
No. I'll if I'm feeling good, I'll just get in there and just keep kind of. I went in there the other day and just kind of cleaned up and moved some stuff around. I didn't want to start any saws or anything like that. And I still got to wear my glasses in there because my shop's like super bright. I've got like 16 T8 bulbs in there. It's crazy bright.
Are your
So-
ISO tunes enough to cut out all the volume?
Oh
Noise?
yeah.
Okay.
I didn't even need them because I wasn't really doing anything. What's that?
Well, I'm just thinking when you start to kick on a
Well, I don't know, man. Like just having been knocked out again the other day, I just got to be really careful. It's not a rush, as much as I want to get back. But I'm just happy it's been the last month where I've been able to like go to
Hang
things
out.
and hang out and like be around my kids longer than 5 minutes.
Rob, what is that?
There you go, dude.
Is that a Soyuz?
That's your lake, buddy.
Oh, that would look awesome.
I emailed it to you.
Sweet.
Is that
Yeah.
actually a lake or is that just a scribble?
That's the Carbide Create.
Boom,
Rob's
yeah.
been pretty quiet for a while.
Is that
I
line the
mean,
border running through there?
Yeah.
It used to be cool when I was younger. We were allowed to go all the way to in the stateside and like dock the boat and hang out on the beach. Now you can't even cross a point. You get pulled over. Because the border that's there beforehand, it used to be the #1 drug smuggled border in all of North America. because it was really tiny. You had the mountains above it and the lake below it. And whenever someone would run the border, a big siren would go off like, woo! And we'd hear it about 6 times a day. And we'd be like down at the beach. Oh, someone's running the border. Now they got this massive border in there, and you literally can't even take your boat to 10 feet of the invisible border line in the water without Coast Guard coming out there. And
Thanks, Trump.
Hey,
no, you better be careful.
We're smuggling back.
I don't care.
But no, it's a good
Can I
leg.
just say, I don't know how I survived without a bandsaw. That thing is so much
Did you
fun.
just get a bandsaw?
Yeah, last week.
Did you talk about that too?
No, I
Earlier
think I
in the
mentioned
show?
it. Maybe I think I mentioned it 2 weeks ago that I was getting it.
What'd you get?
I don't remember you ever saying anything about it.
The Raycon 10-326, the deluxe
Oh,
14
nice.
inch.
That's the one Pete
It's
has,
really
right?
nice. Mm-hmm.
Did you get it because you want to cut tulip bases?
Yep.
He said,
You know what you're gonna want to do now? You should get a little like the 10-inch Raycon benchtop one, and just keep like a smaller blade on it for small stuff.
Nope.
I
Why
believe
not?
you call that a scroll saw.
No, it's gonna get annoying real quick changing bandsaw blades.
Yeah.
That's
I
why I
know.
have a bandsaw. I mean, number one reason changing blades.
For changing blades, you'd have like 2 or 3 of them.
I don't even like putting the one on.
Actually, I don't use the bandsaw barely at all.
I don't use it ever. I don't have one.
I could. Are you gonna resaw a whole bunch of stuff with it? Is that why you got it, or what's the reasoning to get it?
Not resaw a whole ton. It's been a tool that I've wanted to add for a long time. But I mean, I will break down a lot of stock. Next year, I've talked about it with the CNC, but all those cutting boards and stuff, I'm gonna end up ripping a whole ton and just losing the material going through the curve for the table saw. Just that much more that's gonna go that much further.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
big difference when you switch over to a resaw blade versus, a full kerf or even a thin kerf on a table saw.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
it'll be nice to have, because then you can get like thicker material. You can go to the lumberyard, because thicker you go, usually you save more money, and then just resaw all your boards through it. And what is it? Is it 14-inch resaw capacity or 13? Or?
It's a 14 and it comes built in to be a 13.
Right.
You can get 13 inches of resaw.
So you can like resaw cutting board, full size cutting boards. With that.
Yeah.
You start
Or
big time, Taylor. Seriously, get a Guide Pro. The thing is awesome.
Oh, what?
The Guide Pro from Feather Pro.
Bow products.
Bow
yeah.
Bow products.
Well, I wrote them a message. I wrote them a message today because I wanted to know the difference between what the selling point would be between the Duo and the Guide Pro.
Oh, Guide Pro all the way, man, all the way. Just it's so much easier it's so much faster to set up. It's stronger. It's really, really awesome.
Hey, funny story about the Feather Pro. I was using it on the table saw to be safe, and as I was adjusting it, I cut my finger on the Feather Pro.
Did it automatically stop?
Yeah, no kickback. How do you cut your finger on a safety product?
You're gonna have to switch over to the Hedgehog.
Putting on my safety glasses the other day, poked my eye out.
They need to make a safety product for the safety product.
Yeah, I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
Or you're just an idiot.
Oh, I'm bleeding.
Oh my gosh. I used to make the makeshift zero clearance insert plates with tape, blue tape.
What?
Yeah, until I got scared one day. The tape went down, and luckily I had the Feather Pro in there. I would have been in trouble. I think I posted it right after that happened, and I said I stopped everything and I made one. Yeah, but for that rigid saw, it is so hard to make an insert plate for that saw. I'm gonna have to just order them from Matt.
Well, I think for most of them, it's pretty.
Well, most of them just have the tabs, but this saw has like a teeny, like 1/16 of an inch little dip, and then the tabs have dips in them, and you can't just put a board down. It's so annoying.
All right, so we're far enough away from the Ryobi miter saw issue you had years back. How did that happen?
What a piece of crap that thing is. No, man, I was just cutting, and the blade guard that, when it comes down, fell off into the blade and shot pieces at my face. Like,
I've
Okay.
never heard of this story before.
oh, you haven't? Oh,
No.
I went on a rampage.
I
And,
thought the blade like broke
no,
or like came out, and that like whole blew.
No.
I didn't know it was the shield. Okay.
the blade guard literally fell off, jammed into the blade, and I just put a brand new 80-tooth Diablo on there and chipped that whole thing out and shot plastic shards at my face. And then I just lit them up on social media. Oh, it's so bad. It was like one of my posts, one post where I posted it, and I think I had about 487 comments. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Damn.
And then Ryobi sent me a brand new saw, and I sold it the next day. Well, and I kept the old one.
Oh, that's strange. My Hitachi miter saw is going to blow up tomorrow.
And then
Here, you watch
yeah, Diablo sent me out a couple blades to replace them, because it was like a big thing. And then Rigid got on board, and it was, oh man, it was crazy.
Wait, what miter saw do you have now? Don't you have the Bosch miter?
I got the Bosch 5. I love that saw. It's so good, man.
Three of
Yep.
us do.
Yep.
The Dust Collection's not the greatest, but
You all three?
What? Yeah, I got it.
So good.
Give the
It
12
takes up 13 inches off the wall.
Hmm.
You don't have to make a miter saw station that's 3 feet wide.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's super accurate. Like, I wouldn't do like extreme high furniture final cuts on it, but for what we all do, it's
The only
perfect.
thing I ever use a miter saw is to break down stuff. Or
I got mine on sale for $480.
wow, that's like $10.
There you go.
Never gets old.
I never even
I should have
realized. I noticed when you put that post up of your Hitachi the other day, I was like, God damn, that's true. I've never actually seen him use a mic.
Yeah.
I've never used a miter saw. Like it collects more dust than it gets used.
You know what? I'm starting to use it less and less and less now too. Like, I'm even to a point where I'm contemplating ripping down my miter saw station
I have.
and just make like a fix this build that little rolling cart with wings on it.
You haven't
I am-
used it in what, like 9 months?
Table sauce.
Oh, I haven't heard that before. Classic. No, but even in the last year, I use my table saw for a lot of cuts.
Yeah. If you take the time to set up a good crosscut sled, I'd rather use a crosscut sled for a finished cut than I would.
Oh yeah, and I even got a crappy table saw.
Oh yeah, all day long. I mean, what my whole breakdown procedure has been to use a like a skill saw and just get it, roughed out, and then
Use a jigsaw, man.
yeah, it doesn't matter like anything.
Yeah.
And then I'll take it to the crosscut sled and make my final cuts.
Yeah.
Like those are always dead on, and my miter saw is always just a little bit off.
I have to make a crosscut sled. Like,
Oh, I'm surprised you haven't used one yet.
I just honestly, I haven't had time to do it.
Yeah.
Like,
It doesn't take very long. Actually, you know what's even better? Just go get the Anchor one.
I
No,
was thinking,
no. There's
I
no
was
need.
thinking about getting
Why?
those.
Because it's not in your Amazon store yet?
Yeah, hold on.
Wait.
Okay, now.
And now
Just get the Anchor miter gauge.
there's no. Well, you could use the miter gauge, but that won't give you.
No, make yourself a really good. Make yourself 2 crosscut sleds. One that's super long,
Mhm.
so you can do like over 4 foot repetitive cuts,
Mm-hmm.
and then make a little one for all that little stuff.
Right.
And
And
literally, you don't have to be that accurate. Like as some of these William Ing things, like getting it down to 1/1,000,000th of an inch.
We're not all we.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
No,
right.
Ain't nobody
we
know Alabama.
are not.
Oh yeah, but then, dude, as soon as you make one, then you'll make a mitered crosscut sled, which is awesome. Then you'll make a dado stack crosscut sled. And crosscut sled it's the safest way to go.
Miter one is my next.
Oh, and
My
it's
next move.
super simple.
I'm
Jay
gonna.
Bates has a really good video. You should watch it.
I said I was gonna try and actually incorporate the miter into my current one. By
Nick
just
Ferry.
yeah, exactly. Because you could just add some T-track channels and
Yeah.
then drop in
You want to make a universal one? Go
pretty much.
to watch Nick Ferry's video. That thing is mint.
Yeah, I've seen that one too. That is pretty cool.
Yeah, when I made my crosscut sled, I think I took pretty much a conglomeration of like 5 different people's
Yeah.
all together.
And then you'll make a finger joint sled, and then you'll get into a sled building mode after you make one,
I want to try
and then you'll never use them again.
I want to do that castle joint thing. I saw a good jig for it on Jesse's Instagram, penalty box wood or whatever it's called. Woodshop.
Mhm.
He made it pretty cool. That thing would be fun.
Yeah, those are good looking joint. I like those.
But do you ever really actually see those joints?
I don't think so because
Depends.
the top covers it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I think you could inlay some like a coffee table top. I think that'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, that would be cool. But
But-
I like that joint, but like it seems like a lot of work for a lot of like the aesthetics to be hidden.
Mhm.
On the top it would be, but the sides you'd still get that pretty cool effect, right? The sides of the legs.
But how often do you actually look underneath at the apron of a table? I mean, you and me, we all day long we're looking.
Well, people look at me funny when I'm in a store down underneath looking.
Oh, I'm at
I
restaurants.
get that all the time.
Yeah.
I'll be at a restaurant and I'll be looking under, and people think I'm like trying to look up their skirts or something.
I always do the I'll go to a restaurant and I'll be knocking on the table to see what it's really made out of.
Oh yeah.
You know what I've done sometimes? I always have a little like utility knife on me. Sometimes I go on the bottom and I etch it off just to see if it's laminate or solid. I'm like, oh, sorry.
Oh, it is
tell
solid.
anyone. Yeah,
Turns out
nice.
it is solid. Well done.
I just cut off about $1,800 worth of wood.
What's it made of ebony or something?
Is this scrap? Is anyone claiming this?
It is BC, Canada. I think our lumber here is the most expensive in the world.
Sure.
I pay more for fur. We ship fur out here. We ship it all to you, and I pay more for fur than you guys do for walnut.
You know what? The fur that I bought for this swing actually had a return address that said Mackenwood on it.
Oh, good. Well, good. Send it back.
Unknown igloo.
I'll make sure to reimburse you.
Yeah, it said drywalled igloo.
You can't miss it. It's the only one in 110-degree heat.
Right.
The total cost was $10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. I pay like, I think it's like 8 something a board foot for fur.
What What do you guys pay for like a 2x4x8 in fur?
Almost $4.
Really?
Yeah,
I think I paid like $1.69.
yeah.
Are you talking for fur?
No, just
Just
Home Depot 2x4.
Just
How
home.
much do you pay?
I think it was like $1.69 for a 2x4x8.
What did you
Yeah,
say?
ours are like 3 and change.
I want to say it's like either somewhere between $4 and $6.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, we pay three. I want to say like $3.30.
That's
Yeah,
still
it's,
like 4 times.
it's almost $4. And then a 2x6 is like, I think it's like 7 something.
Yeah. Ours is 6.
That's why I used to always just buy 2x12s,
And
and I rip them all down. I
What?
literally rip out
Well, there's
the
many
center
reasons
1
to
inch.
do that, but
I
Yeah.
take the pith out too. So
I rip that out, and then I cut everything down to 7.5 inches so it fits over my joiner.
I was actually, well, to be truthful, the fur that I got was actually from Canada.
Yeah, that's where you get it from.
No, it was actually really, really straight grain fur. I was completely impressed. Like
Because they're cutting down million-year-old trees.
but why?
Because we have them.
Is that why?
Dude,
Well, they clear cut to make roads, and like we send all that out. We got the Rocky Mountains, man.
Everything else that I see in Home Depot and Lowe's that is not from Canada is just pure garbage.
Yeah. And we don't have humidity like you guys do. Well, I don't.
I do.
In BC, Rob does. Yeah.
Right.
Like if I were to send him a tabletop, when it came from here and ended up there, it looked like a freaking banana.
Right.
So bad. That's why I don't ship anything.
Right.
I'd be reluctant to ship a cutting board.
Yeah. I was actually really afraid. A buddy of mine ordered a cutting board for me a long time ago. Gosh, he's in Ventura, California, so not too far from you, Taylor.
Mm-mm.
And I had it here, where humidity is like on a regular like 45 to 50% outside. But in my shop, I try to keep it a lot lower. But like, I was scared to death sending it from here to there because of how
we have
drastic.
decent humidity though.
Yeah, but I was afraid of just how long it would take to get out there.
Yeah.
And, like if it would stop anywhere. Like I just didn't know shipping wise. Like, is it gonna stop in Arizona and dry out to 0%?
Yeah.
Or is it going to go to Colorado, or is it going to go north or whatever and pick up a ton of humidity? I was just like, I am scared to death of shipping anything from middle America to any coast. But it did fine.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Pete's on here.
Pete's on.
Why is he here?
Why is he in the comments and not on the Hangout?
Because he's on vacation and promised his wife he wouldn't.
Oh.
I was on vacation. I tried.
Yeah, I was on vacation last week. We were celebrating.
Where were you, Nick?
We were downtown Lexington. My wife surprised me.
Oh yeah, I might be missing actually the next 2 weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're gonna go back up to the lake.
The Soyuz.
Yeah. May as well
But just
relax
'cause-
there than
Just because you're on vacation doesn't you can't get on a live?
I know our Wi-Fi is so bad there. Like it's just can't do it.
Yeah. I'm going to be out of town next week. My dad is retiring, so we're going to go down to Augusta, where my parents are, and see them.
Play some golf.
Funny you say that. We have actually an open invitation to play the National.
No way.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't turn that down. Like,
No,
do you play golf?
Yeah. I mean, I'm good enough to hit a ball great. I mean,
Like, are you good enough to appreciate playing at a place like that?
oh, I've been to the National a bunch of times. I've been to the Masters.
Oh, like it's no thing.
Well,
Yeah. You know, I can hit a ball around and shoot 76. Yeah.
no, my parents have lived in Augusta since 1999, and I graduated college or graduated high school in Augusta, and I've been around that whole thing for a long time. But I mean, and I've been to the course and to the tournament and yada yada. So I totally appreciate that. But playing is completely different. I haven't played golf in at least a couple of years. I mean, it's been a long time. My clubs are completely dusted. And Taylor, you would actually appreciate this. I'm left-handed in baseball. I play golf right-handed.
Me too.
Because it's cheaper, right?
I have two older brothers, so when my dad built them clubs, that's the only short clubs that were around. That's what I attribute it to.
Right. That's the other thing is because when anybody's hitting with, clubs, they're right-handed. So who has clubs? Nobody.
My son drives me nuts because he does everything left-handed. He plays golf. He plays hockey. He kicks a soccer ball left-handed. He hits a baseball left-handed. He throws freaking right-handed.
How does that?
Don't ask me. I tried to tie his hand behind his back. And I'm like, it's just the weirdest thing.
So he hits left-handed but throws right-handed?
Yeah, that's pretty normal.
That's fine. But
no, but he kicks a soccer ball left-footed.
He does everything else left-handed though.
Everything. Well, no, he writes right-handed.
Okay.
He throws a ball right-handed and does everything else left-handed.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, I do everything. I do everything.
I'd rather you
except baseball. Baseball, I do everything left-handed. I write right-handed. I throw left-handed. I bat left-handed. Well, I switch hit in high school, but as soon as I got to college, they were like, "You're not doing that." I wasn't good enough on the right side of the plate. They're like, "You're gonna hit left-handed, and you're gonna like it."
Oh God, I played with a guy. His name's Jack Wilson. He was in the bigs for a long time. Played with the Pirates, starting shortstop. Played with the Mariners for a while.
Nice.
So when I went down to California, he's a right-handed hitter, and we did a summer league there. And he's like, "I'm just gonna try to hit left-handed." Like never hit it left-handed before in his life. Hits 487 from the left side.
That's
Never tried it. But this is also a guy who we had a ping pong table as our kitchen table. He'd just come over and annihilate anything he did. He was good at.
Right.
It drove me nuts. But let's just swing left-handed.
Right.
And I mean, those guys in California JUCOs, they're good pitchers.
Yeah.
I faced Barry Zito once.
Oh, really?
He was at Pierce College. Yeah. I guess he turned down an $18 million signing bonus and went to Pierce College for 1 year. And I got to face him with that huge lefty hook. Oh my God, it was ridiculous. I stepped out of the batter's box. I'm like, the ball's going to the backstop. I was like, what? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I've got a similar story. In high school, I faced Josh Beckett.
Oh yeah.
And he threw me 3 pitches.
Sing.
Yeah, the first one I didn't see. The second one was a hook, and the third one I thought about doing something, but it was in the mitt before
It was too late.
Right.
We did exhibition playing against Washington State, and they had one guy, young guy, like 18, and he threw 97 miles an hour. First time I've ever seen really anything over 90. You don't really see it very often. You get a guy who'll throw one pitch 90, 91, but for the most part it's 88 and 97. So first one just gas, and I was like, I don't even think I saw the ball. Right. Second pitch, and I knew he's not throwing anything other than a fastball. It's a summer league. He's just got these guys coming up to mess around, and I swung with my eyes closed, and all I heard was and just a liner right to shortstop, and I'm like, that was awesome. But literally closed my eyes and swung. As soon as his arm was here, I started swinging.
Yeah.
But that's fast. Like, oh my gosh. How hard did you throw, Taylor?
Upper 80s. I'm lefty too. I threw jump.
Yeah.
You threw upper 80s though?
Yeah. If I were to start, I'd sit 85, 86.
Yeah.
If I were to come out of the pen, I might sniff 90, but 87, 88, 89.
That's nice. It was a very, very hot day for me to hit like 80.
80?
Crow hop.
Yeah, man. I had nothing behind it, but I could fool you. I could make you look like an idiot.
I hit 89 once from the bump. But I could throw like 93 from the outfield.
Well, you got a crow hop in there. You can't do that on the mound.
I would come in every now and then just for relief. And I hit 89 once. I was pretty stoked. But I was pissed off at the same time. I'm like, 1 more mile an hour just so I can say I hit 90. like hitting 90 is like a big deal, right? As soon as you hit 90, you're like, yeah.
Right.
You're a stud.
Dude, I remember they had a gun on us at our conference tournament I think my sophomore year, and I think I hit like 84. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I hit 84?
Yeah, from 30 feet away.
Yeah. No, that 84, that's probably the fastest I've ever.
Kilometers?
Miles per hour, son. This is America.
Actually, that was the ball speed coming off the bat.
Yeah.
That was exit speed.
Oh.
No, my claim to fame for pitching was I would come in and throw straight changeups for warm up.
You were a knuckleballer, weren't you?
Yeah, I threw crap the whole time. That's all I threw. I threw a knuckle curve, a knuckleball, a split finger change, and would throw my fastball just to get ahead of somebody after they saw all my crap.
You got big hands?
Yeah,
I
got big ones.
Long fingers.
Yeah, I could choke it down real good. Throw a two-seamer split, but I would literally come in for relief and just throw changeups to warm up. So people would be like, "This guy's just throwing BP," and then I would throw a fastball, which would be like
80.
Yeah. And they'd be, what the frick is going on? They could never figure out what I was throwing because they wouldn't think that my fastball was my fastball because it comes out the same as the changeup, and it's just it was my only thing that I could stay ahead of people. But if I saw the lineup twice, it's home run.
Oh, you're done.
Home run. Yeah.
Yeah. ERA 1.28. Averaged innings pitched 1.2.
1.3. Yes.
I actually, I wasn't a pitcher, and I pitched one game when I went down to California, and my ERA is infinity. It was so bad. I just got rocked. I was just throwing
Not a good one.
punters, and I was like, ding! I was getting whiplash.
Uh,
Never got anyone out. Never walked anyone. Just P-rods every 5 seconds.
I think I'm actually I still hold the record at my college for giving up the longest home run. This brute
Distance unknown.
Yes.
It's still going.
May not have landed yet, but this brute of a guy comes up, and I was actually up on him. I think I remember I was 1-2, and I just screwed up and just put it right in his wheelhouse, and it went forever.
Oh man!
There's our baseball field to right field was 330, 340, somewhere in that range, and probably maybe 50 yards past right field was our softball field. It landed in the softball field's outfield. Probably a good 100 yards out from that. So maybe 450 feet. It was just ridiculous.
That's nothing, man. You guys know who Justin Morneau is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I grew up with Justin. He was 2 years younger than I am, and we played on the same high school team. and our home field was a really big park. It was 425 to center. It was like 385s down the lines. And then there was a 2-story school behind there about 50 feet beyond the fence. And he hit a ball that was still going up as it hit the top of the school. Like I'm talking, it's got to be 550. Like I've never seen someone, and he was 16 years old. Like that's how good he was. Like if he didn't get injuries, oh my gosh, he definitely could have been the best Canadian baseball player, but he would have been one of the best hitters to ever come.
I don't know, man. Larry Walker, I think, is still the man.
Well, yeah, because Justin got injured every year. Larry Walker was good.
Larry Walker's a stud.
Yeah, he's good. Maple Ridge, BC boy.
You better get in the Hall of Fame.
Justin Morneau, BC boy.
Oh,
You guys got no one over there.
We don't, because we actually get winter.
That's true.
Oh, that.
You know, that little thing that takes half of our year.
Oh, it was funny when I was in California. They got rain, what they call as rain, and everyone was like, they canceled the game. And my friend and I, who are from Canada, we're like, and BC, we're like, this isn't rain. What are you guys doing? Like, they literally canceled the game for a couple little drops. You guys are wussies over there.
Speaking of getting
Very
winter,
talented wussies, though.
we used to love, yeah, exactly. We used to love playing those teams that would come in from Colorado or somewhere that it was like they have to play on the road to start their season because they're still in winter.
Yeah.
And they'd come in, and it was just like it was like freshman team playing varsity.
Yeah.
And they come in, they're throwing like, I mean, lefty's a little different, but you got righties that are throwing 83, 85 with little baby hook, and you're just like, today's a BP day, boys. Yeah. This is why they made the run roll.
Hitting just for fun.
Oh yeah,
I used to do that all the time.
So much fun.
So fun.
We used to play. We used to have this saying for my high school team, which is a pretty legit like 5A high school team. We used to have this like summer league thing that was, we would just say 10-15. So we'd show up to a game. All we need is 10 runs, 15 outs. We run, roll them. We're out of here. And we just boat race people. Those were the baseball days.
The glory days.
That's right.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then reality sets in.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think I could swing a bat right now.
No, the last time I played baseball was 14 years ago.
Mine was almost 10. I tore my rotator cuff. And I haven't had surgery. So even now I play catch with my boys. My oldest is really good. And so I can throw pretty hard to him. And after like 10 throws, I'm like, okay, I can't throw anymore. I need surgery.
I went back in 2014, maybe 13, and played in my JUCO alumni game.
Oh yeah. Got a cane walking out.
I pitched 3 innings after not picking up a ball for 2 years.
Oh, you must have been sore.
Oh, I was so shot for like a week.
There's not enough ice.
Hit, back, legs, shoulder blade, neck.
Your foot, your inside ankle, like your heel.
You name it.
Yeah,
you name it.
How come my baseball pants don't fit me anymore?
I went back there and just carved those cats up because my JUCO was good. We were a good
and they're all talking crap too, I bet.
But my D1 coach was like a pitching guru, and so he like taught us all about swing mechanics and mental approach. And so you'd go up there and I'd just throw you something and I'd see a swing and it would just be like, oh, okay, like I know where your holes are. Boop, 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 you're done. Yeah. So like I went back there and all these kids are just like, I didn't touch the ball. I doubt I topped 82 when I was there, but I'd throw 182, I'd throw 175, and then I'd throw 183 and you're done. You know, it's like you don't have to do a lot to get guys out. You just got to be smarter than they are.
Yeah.
Greg Maddux.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not too many right-handers who can only throw 86 make it.
No.
Hall of Famers. First ballot Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
That dude was legit. Him and Tommy Glavine. I hated the Braves growing up, but I love those two dudes.
Oh, until they met the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
All right. Now we went
All right,
from
I think-
a woodworking show to a baseball show.
Yeah.
We promised it would be about nothing.
And Rob's just sitting there like,
And we've gone full circle.
Oh, I've been
We're
all my whole life too.
oh, no, I'm just kidding.
we were also talking about what were we talking about earlier? Getting snipped. So we covered it all tonight.
I think all bases have been covered.
The show about nothing.
Baseball.
Everything that's not important.
That's right. Still 6 people. It's got to be
It
us
has
and
think it's
like one other person.
For us.
Pete.
There's no way.
Pete's probably still not on.
Hey, I like the fan page. The Woodfeld fan page with 0 followers.
The what?
If you build it, people will come.
Woodfeld fan page
We have
on,
a
Inst-
we have
on
a
Instagram.
People
Yeah.
are coming.
Didn't you see that?
no. How did I miss that?
Type in Woodfeld fan page. You'll see it.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
We're gonna have to start promoting that.
I'm still here and I regret nothing. I love it.
All I see is a Woodfeld live.
Yep, Woodfeld Live fan page.
Fan page. Fan. Oh, Woodfeld fan. Holy,
Yeah, there you go.
that's unreal.
You've made it.
Wow.
You just wait now. The industry big shots are gonna come just running.
Now,
Knocking on our doors.
I totally expect a Fuji spray system on Monday.
4 or 5 or both.
Unless it's coming from Canada.
Right. Then it'll be Tuesday.
Are there jokes to be made about
of
the
next
Canadian
year.
mail system?
Right.
It's all my stuff's in the mail, boys. Like it's on the way.
Checks in the mail.
Yeah.
Mac, have you actually got everything ready to send out in the mail?
I got boxes. That's a start.
Once he gets back from 2 weeks at Osoyoos.
No,
Here it
I
goes.
do. I got pretty much everything I need. So I just gotta get a job first so I can pay for it all. Stamps alone, I got 187 stickers still to send out, waiting for stamps. That's gonna be
Like $200.
it's seriously it is.
Yeah.
$1.25 a stamp.
Yeah. That's why I don't do it anymore.
That's why I'm not doing it. I haven't sent out stickers. It's gonna cost me $200 just to send out a sticker.
No, the last time I had somebody ask me for a sticker swap, I said, "Hey man, I'm not doing sticker swap anymore. I can't afford it. If you want to, you can send me a blank envelope, self-addressed stamped envelope. That's fine. I'll send you a sticker. That's the only way I'm doing sticker swaps now." And
I
then
can't even do that.
Didn't he lose his mind on you?
lost his freaking mind and like put me on blast on his.
No.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
I don't
I
care.
remember that.
You should have just sent them to your website and said they're $2.
Seriously, I mean, what's the difference? You send me an envelope with a 49-cent stamp, or you pay $2 and I'll send you one. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd do the website. I'd stick to website
No,
only.
I got
Yeah.
I got your U5 guys. I got your stuff coming up.
oh,
But the other people they're gonna have to wait because it already cost me $100 just to send out 5 hits.
Supply and demand, man.
it's
Yeah,
insane.
it's ridiculously expensive, man.
Yeah.
Mac, do you have a website?
I do, but I haven't put it out. Like,
Is
I
it
haven't,
Geocities?
what's it called?
It's not live. Published it.
Yeah.
Are you going to set up your merch on there to order through?
Yeah, eventually.
What you should do is
I'm going a little different direction with Mac and Wood once I'm back.
Metal?
I just can't. No, more
Epoxy?
smaller production stuff.
Stone?
No, just smaller stuff, and I'll do like maybe like one table or something a month. My shop's just too small to be a functional furniture builder, and I can't afford that bigger shop.
So it's
unless you're yeah,
It's 2
it's
car, right?
18 by 18. It's not even. It's a car and a half.
Okay.
That's a little bit bigger than my shop.
Yeah, so imagine trying to build like 2 tables, a coffee table, a hallway tree. Like,
Nope.
it's I've tried it. It's impossible.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
And then especially in the winter, because we get so much rain, like I can't finish outside. Like even in the tent, it's just brutal. So I'm gonna do more smaller stuff, I think, and then get my website going and really push more of a social media kind of thing. And then we got some plans for some like organic school supply stuff that we're gonna do. Really easy.
Small custom stuff or like
production? So just like stacking block stuff that kids play with, and it's ridiculous how expensive they are and how popular it is. And then I'll do like one table a month where it'd be a couple grand. But on the side, I could be working on all this smaller stuff. And then just tell a client who orders a table, I'll get it to you within a month. So I don't have to push.
That's basically.
So if I can just line up a table a month, be anywhere from 1,500 to 5,000, who knows? Because then I could even maybe start doing more of what I want to do. Like I could take on the walnut table or something like that.
Pine pocket hole.
Get rid of the fir and the oak or
Doug fir pocket hole.
I'm over the pine. I'm over it.
It's so
garbage.
Beautiful.
It can be, but the people are still digging the rustic stuff.
It's true. However, in my neck of the woods, I think it's dying a really quick and painful death. I don't get a lot of requests for it anymore. In fact, I actually just booked a job coming up for 2 dressers and a vanity in more mid-century modern look, but with plywood and exposed edge. So
yeah,
that's cool.
Oh, like Baltic birch.
Yeah. Do you remember the media?
Cool.
The media console I built that was all Baltic birch. Same client. They want me to make them 2 dressers and a vanity, kind of in that same.
I like that look.
They're natural.
The dressers will be painted, but the I think what we landed on was the plies will be natural, but
that'd be cool.
The carcass will be painted, and the drawer fronts will be painted. But when you open it, so it'll be a face. What do they call it? Frameless face frame, non-frame, non-face frame. It's where the drawers cover the whole carcass, the drawer fronts. I can't think of what that's called.
Overlay.
Yes. The drawers will be full overlay.
Famous phrase.
Oh man, it's late. Ugh. So all the drawers are going to be full overlay, so you won't see the actual ply until you open the drawers. So it should look pretty cool though.
Who knows? Might have to get a job.
Yeah, that's why I have a job.
I don't know. We'll see. See where my brain takes me. I really want to get into YouTube. I mean, that's part of the reason why I'm investing in camera gear and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just gonna go for it.
Hey, the biggest thing I can say about YouTube, if you want to grow an audience on YouTube, is just post a lot.
Well, that's what I thought about. Just just starting off, just even right now, just vlogging and posting like how I'm dealing with the concussion and all that kind of stuff, and just kind of build a personal base and that kind of stuff, and just throw it out there with no care. Like, it's not costing me anything.
You're gonna want to have a little bit of production quality, so it can't be just rambling
no, of course,
in a minute. But
it can't be this.
That's why I'm setting up
work
with a decent camera, a couple good lenses. I'll throw in some like B-roll and make it fun and all that kind of thing. And like, no one really cares, just sitting there watching me talk about my head.
I think that's the biggest thing about YouTube. No one cares.
Yeah.
So how do you make them watch?
We have so much amazing things to see in BC that's an hour away. I go downtown, I can just vlog skateboarders skating at the skate park, like just whatever I want to do. But I've never cared before, and I'm not going to care now.
What I'm saying is, like, at what point do people tune out? So you have to think about that, and like, how long does your video need to be?
Well, and
you have a 10-minute video. Only a certain amount of people can actually pull off people watching a full 10-minute video.
I'm also having a conversation about involving the boys. What was that?
Taylor was repping my grandstand.
I might just do scooter videos.
Dude, if you want
8 and 12-year-old kids will watch that for about 8 hours a day.
Yeah. I mean, if that's the demographics you want to meet.
Well, I don't, but
why are you going? You're going back to the kids here again. This is starting to become a theme.
What I'm saying is, I don't really know. I've only been functional for a month, so
right.
But I do. I'm gonna get into the shop. I'm gonna start making stuff for our house, and just record it all. So it's gonna be more of a mix between a build, woodworking, vlog kind of thing. I'm not sure if I'd maybe set up 2 channels, one's for vlogging, one's for build. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably not at first. And then just push it on Instagram and see if I can steal 10,000 followers from my Instagram to just come over.
Yeah. That's the thing that I have noticed that people don't do and don't care.
They're Instagrammers or they're YouTubers.
Yeah,
you get 5% of those who like both.
If that.
Yeah, maybe if that.
But for YouTube videos, like, I can't stress enough how much you have to think about how much people don't care about what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, if you think like, I need to show this part of my day or whatever, people just don't care.
Yeah.
Like, it's like if you sit down and have a Subway, nobody wants to see that. Like, those are the parts of vlogs where people check out and they don't watch.
They're in my blue thing. Yeah. Yeah, I know, I hear you.
But that's also the other thing that keeps me from vlogging all the time, because I think I'm not doing anything interesting on a day-to-day basis.
Well, you and I had a conversation the other day, and I said, you should do a video of that. And the first thing you said is, me and the million other people. But then I said to you, but it's not coming from you.
Right.
Wait,
I mean,
you guys were talking without me present?
Yeah, we were talking.
I'd rather watch the video of you building a crosscut sled, even though it's been done a gazillion times.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's something to that, but I think at what point in someone's YouTube, quote unquote, I don't know why I keep using air quotes all night. In someone's YouTube career, or that they have enough following that they can do something that has been done a million times. Like, I think there needs to be some sort of precedent, like, stated in your channel that you then have some sort of like authority on the matter that you can do something that's been done a million times. Like,
I think that's a great opportunity, Nick. Actually, I think that would be a great chance to do a test, because you know damn well if you were to do a crosscut sled story,
right.
you're going to have like 1,000 viewers. Put the exact same thing on YouTube just to see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's got to be completely different because of, well, one, the algorithms are different, but if I were to do a YouTube video about it, I would need to do the back end work to get all the tags and everything right, that so people would actually see it when it comes up in the search and stuff like that for when they're looking for a crosscut sled. But like, I mean, as my channel sits now, I think I have less than 250 subscribers, and like my most viewed video is like 250, maybe 300 views, so practically nothing. I mean, to put it in perspective, my screw up video of me spraying on 10, I think I just saw like it has over 5,000 views. I mean, so it's one of those things that it's like, I just don't know what.
Yeah, well, that's like anything. I noticed that on some of my feeds too. Like, I'll show a final picture of something and get like, I don't know whatever, and then I show just a picture of me changing my shop around, and it'll have like 200,000 views. Like, it's weird.
Yeah,
I think you just got to start, and maybe you don't know what your niche is or what your flow is or whatever. But if you just, for me personally, I just need to just start, throw it out there, and I'll get better and better and better, and just keep doing it. And if it's something you enjoy doing, then why not? And right now, like, I don't have another job, so
Yeah,
why not?
I don't know his last name. It's Mike something who runs Modern Builds. Is that right? Mike Montgomery?
Montgomery.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he was on the Made for Profit. Nick, I'm sure you heard it, but he was
I could be. What?
but anyway, he was talking about like making a piece of content, and if you, I'm sure I'm going to get this wrong, but if he was like, if I have an idea for something, turn it into like 5 videos of whatever in the series, and one of them may do great, the other 4 may flop, but watching the one is going to feed people to the other 4. So like, you may make something thinking this is going to be like viral, and it doesn't do crap, and then you just throw something else up there and it's like however many tens, 100,000 views, and you're just like, that's the dumbest video I've done. But you can't like handpick what people are going to be drawn to.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I mean, there's been plenty of instances where I post something and I'm like, I just need to post this just to post it, and it does amazing. And I'm like, that's garbage. Why did it do so well? And then I'll put like blood, sweat, and tears into a post, and it just falls on its face. And you're like, why? I thought this was going to be so much better, but it's just completely, out of your hands kind of stuff that happens where people see it at random times, or, you post it on a Friday versus on a Tuesday, or, I mean, just all those other just things that are not in your control. Well, I mean, somewhat in your control, but, stuff just happened where something just performed so much better than you thought. But YouTube is a fickle thing. It's
Hey, look, Woodfeld is live.
I don't know. It's just something I wanted to do for a few years or a couple of years now. I'm just whatever. I don't care.
There's nothing negative to it.
No, there's
doing it. And I know my videos are gonna suck because I have zero knowledge or background in cameras. I don't even know, like, when I first got on here, we're starting to talk about cameras. I don't even know what anything is. So all I know is when I made a couple little videos just on iMovie, and when I was editing the little scooter video, it was so fun, rewarding. Like, it was just fun. It was something new for me.
Yeah.
So I just, what I was doing before just got to be so monotonous, and I was just like hating it. Why do you think Amanda stopped doing it? It's the same thing over and over and over and over and over.
Who stopped doing what?
Rustic Duck. She's done.
Really?
Yeah, she got a job.
I missed that. I didn't know she quit.
Well, maybe I wasn't supposed to say anything. Oops.
Cat's out of the bag now.
Well,
Yeah,
I thought she
I don't
did
think
something
it-
with Ashley of like doing.
Well, no,
different-
that's one. So she got a job, and that's what they're going to be focusing on is
Oh. Yeah, I thought that's what she was moving forward doing was
book match. But
yeah.
but it's not. It's just starting. Like,
Yeah. No,
she's done. She's done with custom building.
She
really?
said that a while ago, though. She said that she was like she was pretty fed up with it.
She has a job. She
Wow.
got a job. Like, she's finishing up her orders, and that is, she made a post. It's closed. Like, there's
Wow.
no more new orders. Yeah. I mean, she's amazing, but you look at what she's done over the last 2 years. It's the same thing over and over and over and over.
Yeah. That'll
It-
burn you out.
So wait, when
Oh,
you say she
heck
got a
yeah.
job, she got like a 9 to 5 job.
Yeah, like a job.
I don't like that. I don't want her to do that.
Yeah. It's not very encouraging for someone who wants to quit his job to get into
Well,
making every day.
look, yeah. I mean, you're gonna.
It's hard, man.
I thought that she was quitting custom to go into more like production stuff, like still building. I didn't know she was like leaving to go to an office
They're
job.
still gonna no. I don't think it's an off. I think it's. I can't remember what it was. Something to do with like painting or something. But yeah, or no, actually, I think it's like Rona or something.
Well, I mean, if
She's happy.
Oh, even if you take a break for 6 months and then you go back to it, like, it's just that splitting it up.
did you listen
Sorry.
to the Jory Brigham on Made for Profit?
Hmm.
I did.
What's made for profit?
I think, is it a radio show? Rory, he was like, he's pretty much famous for that walnut ping pong table, and he's like, I hate that thing because he's made like 5 of them this year, and he's
That's why you see.
yeah, he said like making one is awesome, making 2 is like, and then more than that, you're just like, ugh. I think people just get burned out. I mean, you make the same thing over and over. You just start going through the motions. It's not fun anymore, and you're like, ugh, I don't want to do this.
Happens to me all the time.
Guarantee you, yeah, burnout's a real thing.
He said the same thing on Green Woodworker with Donnie. So
Oh, really?
first one, you figure out how to do something. Second one, you know what you're doing, so you kind of like fine tune it and make it really good. And then your third one, you're like, I already know what I'm doing. I don't need to care about this anymore.
That's why they make machine.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Mhm.
I gotta go.
Yeah, I was just looking at the clock. We've gone well over our show.
Yeah, as usual.
Extra time. That was all free, folks. That was
All free show.
free.
That's right. Hope the 5 of you enjoyed that.
All right, fellas, I'm gonna
5 watching
right, guys.
and 4 across.
the live broadcast. So
Okay. Peace.
later, fellas.
Later, everybody.
By the way, I'm out next week. I'll be in
I'm
Louisville,
out next week too.
so it's down to just maybe the 4 of you guys.
Yeah, maybe.
We can take a week off.
We could take a week off. It's
No
not
one's gonna miss us. We're gonna get 7 messages saying, "Where are you guys?"
we'll just tell them we're running late.
6 are going to be the same person.
All right.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. We will see you guys.
Okay. Later.
Later.